stuff. It's getting interesting and whatnot. We have Joylene from an undisclosed location, and Sean is on the move.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting away. Don't tell anyone.
Are you coming home, or are you driving to? Because I know you have a show.
I'm going to the gig, and so I thought I
Okay.
would pop in and say hi, and say how
Hi.
much I wish I could hang out with y'all. And it's very, very, extremely, very rare that I had something to do 2 Saturdays in a row, and so I'm looking forward to booking you guys.
We're gonna get you.
All right, that
Oh, we'll
sounds like a
get you.
threat.
It is. It is. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna bring you back here, and then we're gonna hang out. You're gonna be right here. And then we'll do dueling Jason Mraz songs.
Yep, and that song from Waitress.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a good one.
Yep.
It's not really great to do as your first song in a set where you don't really get to warm up and then you wait 30 minutes before you play your next song. But it's a nice song.
Sounds challenging.
It was. I mean, it went well for what I was given. So, yeah. Well, how long do we have you, Sean? Are you in the parking lot? No, I see you're still moving.
I'm in traffic right now, but it's not all about me. I wanted to just pop on and say hey and hang out for a minute. So
okay, well, this is great.
Chris said that Joylene was going to be here because she's more interesting than he is.
This is all true. Yeah.
Don't believe it. Okay, you're gonna be so disappointed. Just
old reliable Chris. I'm sure you're wrong, Chris. But,
oh man.
Poor thing is like the struggle is real. He's trying so hard to get that stupid setup to work. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, they tried to change their setup so that it would be easier if when Chris plays, so that Joylene could just come over here to her little corner, and so there wouldn't be like the weird, just he would be smacking her with the neck.
Yeah, there's no space for two people to really like sit side by side with the guitar. We'll just like either break the guitar or break somebody. They're trying to make it a little bit easier, and that's not going to work.
Yeah, and so obviously it's not easier.
Not allowed to do that.
No.
So what just get to watch me trying to do? Like have two people jam at the same time and stream that?
They just physical space over there. There's enough room, really, for me to like be with him while he's playing. So like, I'll come over here. So we wanted to update kind of our setup where we could use the headphone jacks for both of us and run two microphones, all that good stuff. And oh boy, that's not.
Have you heard of Ssnotwasscall? The application? It's used for like jamming with other musicians across the internet with no latency, but it works really well. Yeah, we can talk about that later. But in a local environment, if you want multiple people to be jamming together in the same Wi-Fi, you can have some pretty good results with that.
Oh, I'm gonna try that.
That's interesting.
I'll definitely take that in.
Yeah, it's free. Open source.
Wow,
that's cool. I should be taking notes like Ssnotwasscall. What else?
What else?
Hey,
any bachelorette parties?
The interesting one.
Any birthdays in the audience?
What?
Mine's coming up in May.
Oh,
wait a minute.
All right, sound off. Birthday check. Joylene, when are you?
Oh, end of October.
March
Happy birthday
for Jules.
Hey, don't dox me.
You're not allowed to tell.
And Carrie, yes, you.
March 10th.
Oh, that's right. That's right. March Rose.
I remember we're so close together.
Yes.
Chris is July.
Yeah, he would be. I don't know.
It's like.
And I don't know any of that.
Doesn't believe in astrology.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, like I don't know any of that horoscope stuff. Yeah. No, I don't know. What's July? Cancer?
No, he's a Leo.
Oh, classic Leo.
What's classic Leo?
I don't know. Titanic? The beach? Chris says
a growling is classic Leo behavior.
Oh, like a
Roaring?
lion. Yeah. Feasting on zebra flesh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Chasing down gazelles.
Yeah.
Because he's such a hunter. It makes all the sense in the world.
Chris misses you.
I'm right here. There's nothing to miss.
He can't see
We
anything.
miss you, Chris. Where are
Yeah,
you?
come on in. The water's fine.
The struggle is
Does
real.
he know Sean's here?
I don't think. You know Sean's on, right? He knows. He's sad. He's nodding knowingly
okay.
and sad.
And Sean.
Yeah. Yep. He's.
Sean, if you
He's
don't mind
the only
me
one
asking,
on this-
whereabouts are you? I feel like I'm watching the old show Night Moves, where a guy would drive his car around downtown Toronto at night.
I'm in Seattle.
Okay.
I'm driving up into the Capitol Hill neighborhood to try to find parking not too far from this venue because sound check is going on for another 30 minutes. So I think I'll be okay, but still, it's a busy night on Capitol Hill.
I don't miss schlepping gear through a city.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's
So
the worst part of performing. Just like lugging gear 3 city blocks.
It's my
Or-
favorite
Yeah.
You're
part.
not a drummer.
Oh
No,
my
I-
God.
no,
I
I'm
was
not even a
stuck
drummer.
helping, I was the singer, so I didn't have a whole lot of gear, which meant I helped carry everybody else's gear, and it sucked. And I always got stuck helping the drummer. It's usually the stands. I got stuck carrying the damn stands in those
Yeah, like
gigantic
just the
bags.
most unwieldy little pieces of gear.
I'm not here. Am I
Okay.
here? I'm not here.
Hey. Speaking of unwieldy,
Poor thing.
can you hear us now?
No.
Oh.
He can't hear us.
But we
So
can hear you, and it's
sad.
glorious.
I tried to go on my phone with my earbuds and it's not working out. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing towards him.
Right.
You're totally
And I'm on
laughing
the
at
left.
him. Just admit it. Dude,
What?
be truthful.
Okay. Yes. Yes. At him. Yes.
You can hear us?
Can you hear now?
Yes.
Yay.
All right, contact.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, good night, everybody.
What?
What happened?
Oh, I think we got some delay.
I don't know.
There's
I
some
don't know what's
delay.
Yeah.
No, there's no delay. There's no delay.
Do I hear him in the background of you, Joylene?
No.
Yep. I think that's what's happening.
And I got my earbuds in. So that's how loud he is. What's happening? It's totally what's happening.
In the show,
But-
everyone can see and hear me.
You can hear us though now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, no.
Oh, drat. Well, I guess log back out.
I'm
Bye.
on
Hi,
my-
Chris.
Hi, Sean.
Sean, what is the name of the venue that you're playing for all of the nobody out there?
From the scene of the crime, Sean.
We've already gone through
the-
this.
The group is
2.
called Bushwick Book Club, right? I think you're familiar with the concept.
Never heard of it.
And it's at a place called Hugo House, like Victor Hugo or
Yeah.
Hugo or Ugo,
Or who
and it
goes there?
is here in Cap Hill, and it is a non-profit like literacy advocacy. This like the headquarters of that
Oh, cool.
program, and it
Sweet.
just happens to be in a place with very limited parking options. So,
Now, did they tell you it was nonprofit before you accepted the show?
I get paid $125 for a 3-minute song,
Nice.
What's the book?
and the time that I spent to write it, which was about 40 minutes today.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do they own the song now?
I know, I don't think so.
Oh,
I
even
mean, I'm
better.
not
Even
sure.
better.
Did you listen to it? I sent it to you.
I didn't get to it. Sorry.
Oh
We've been.
man!
We've
Well,
been.
now you're not going to
my-
know why I'm just
my-
calling myself butt.
My children insisted upon going to the mall.
You
And
sent nothing to me.
I can't share anything.
He tried
to
to call
What are
me.
you
I suppose I
talking
could. I guess because I
tried
could
to
email it to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris, we'll get to you and your face and how big it is on the screen at any given time. Sean, what was the book?
Well, It's the theme is banned books for this whole season,
Oh,
and so today's was banned picture books, and I didn't really want to do like something serious,
like a mouse.
because usually I'm either the most serious or the least serious, and I was sort of feeling like I didn't want to be the most serious tonight. So since we've been doing so much like K dramas and anime and stuff like that in the house, I went ahead and did a little bit of looking around and found out that the Dragon Ball series,
Yeah.
actually had been banned for nudity and for like inappropriate behavior, which I totally understand. 'cause
Master
I got
Roshi
the
is a
book.
pervert.
So we
Goku
found out.
is, yeah. There's definitely a pervert old guy at the beginning, but also it's like patting crotches to see what sex people are because
Whoa.
he's never seen a
Oh.
woman before, and that's how we just work it out.
Interesting.
It's a
Yeah,
crotch
so-
pat and good time.
Yeah,
So
so
sorry
it
I
was.
haven't watched it.
So that was
I
my.
don't remember that part.
So I just wrote a song called "My Butt," and I like it a lot. Super fun.
I can see if I can play what you sent me, like through the
If
thing.
you guys, if you want to try to, I mean, I'm pretty
Do
much.
I?
I will be
I'd-
getting off of this as soon as I can find a parking spot. I'll be off the stream. but we probably have enough time for you to play it for everyone.
I have very little faith that this will be successful, given how.
I can't imagine why.
Just given reality.
Okay.
Or he'll get
My-
it lined up as soon as you leave.
The technological ability I've shown up to this point, I can't imagine why you'd think there'd be a problem.
Yeah, it's just a hunch. I don't know what it is.
You got
Just
a hunchback at the office.
I'm gonna drink more beer. I feel like I'm a 7-tier commercial. Like every time I take a swig. They are welcome to send me cases of their delicious things.
Oh, hey guys, just an update.
Thanks, Chris.
Shocking. This just in.
Wait, this
Wait,
just in.
this
Still
just
not
in.
working.
Great.
Nothing's working? Okay, good.
I'm waiting. I'm now at 2% of my my computer restarting.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I'm on my iPhone. We're doing good work here.
the Lord's work.
If the Lord is really shitty with technology, then yes.
I'd rather you do the Lord's twerk.
What would that look like?
I was just wondering that myself.
I think it might be something like this.
Now, are we talking like a lord, like a lord, like a landed gentry and?
But it's the Lord's twerk. So
Well, I mean, if you're in a certain fiefdom, then like
Mm.
that lord is your lord. Like if you're in battle world, depending on which little section you're in, you have your own.
So
lords
I
and
kind of
stuff.
like the idea of the Gregorian chanting twerk like that. I think has something to it. But there's there we go.
No
Yeah, like a
beat,
techno
just
beat.
twerking to the chant. Yeah.
I'm so
Oh.
sorry you're missing the visual that I'm getting.
Oh, I found a parking spot.
Some things are just for you, baby.
Yay!
Hooray for Sean!
Hooray for Sean leaving us for other people and money.
Please send me that song.
Okay.
Nope.
I will send you the song.
Thank you.
Aw.
Which one? Gregorian twerk?
We had a really
no,
good-
we
yes,
have to
that's
write
the
that
one.
this evening.
That's
Sean, we
it.
did have a
We
really
can't
good
leave
deal,
until
though.
we write that song.
All right, y'all. Lovely to
Good night,
chat.
Sean. Have
a
fun at
lovely
the show.
evening.
Good to see you,
Tartar.
Sean.
Sean.
Tartar.
Good luck.
Well, shit. Should we just end it here, or?
There
Yeah,
are
it feels
other
like we've been
people.
talking for about an hour or two, right?
Everything's
we-
fine. It just felt like it.
Carrie and I have been talking
It's-
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw. I saw after the fact that you put the room up earlier than usual.
That's how I sent the email.
I know.
Yeah.
I was there. 4%, by the way, for everybody asking.
What is it doing? An update? A Windows update?
Yeah.
It's evil.
Fuck.
We were just thwarted.
Thwart.
Just thwarted.
all the thwart. And
Yeah, my love for all things computer and tech has died a long time ago. Having a career in IT, it saps all that joy.
That'll
right
do
out of
it.
They'll do it. I imagine it also like takes out the joy of people, just having to deal
Well, everything
with.
does that.
Yeah, but like
Find me a job
especially
that
like
doesn't, and I'm signing up. Just kidding.
well, I'm like people plus technology because folks just freak out if something isn't working immediately or they can't figure it out. So like they're extra.
I would like to mention I went in to check the camera settings, and underneath it has something for our times. If you are having issues, try restarting your device. I mean,
number one rule of all diagnostics and troubleshooting in IT.
I just meant
number
life.
one rule.
Use number one.
You know what number two is?
Take shit.
Poop?
Take shit out of butt.
Okay, then number three, after you've done that?
Yes.
Physical connections.
Everything's fine.
So you have to like start feeling up the person if they're having tech trouble. I think that would get you into trouble. A different kind.
Not my problem.
Well, I mean,
not your
it's a different department. That's HR.
Yeah. Though, like nowadays, who knows? Like that might be encouraged.
Depends on where you're working.
Yeah, if you're working for the federal government, it may be required.
Then it's encouraged. Yeah,
it
might be required.
And in the federal government now, instead of patting you down, they just do what Sean just said and just pat you on the crotch to see which bathroom you go into.
It's a crotch pat and good time.
Is
that enough of a test these days, though? I mean,
I don't know.
A good time. Wow, throwback, kick back. What? 4% still. It's going great.
Everything's be fine.
All that
it's
time
all fine.
in.
Speaking of dick ripping, are you guys getting the newest season of Shoresy?
I saw the first episode.
Next month.
You don't get it till next month. I can just watch whatever I want whenever I want.
Okay.
I
doesn't care about legality.
So yeah, fuck that. I saw that if you're gonna like gatekeep it and not make it accessible at all, I've said it already.
Yes.
Then I'm just gonna watch it whenever it comes out. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Fuck you, David Zaslav.
Yeah. Speaking of things, hopefully soon available on Hulu. Joylene and I started watching Atlanta, and you'll be very happy to know that we were really uncomfortable.
Yeah, probably, especially with the first episode. Yeah.
No, just a lot of the episodes. I thought you'd be happy to know.
The Juneteenth episode at like the
poetry
slam. That one's great. That one's good.
I wanted to crawl inside myself to hide. I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, this is just not okay.
Yeah, and it's an experience a lot of people have.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just so much.
I like how the camera zoomed when you did that. It's very cinematic.
It's
okay, not you.
Chill. We're like, oh.
Not me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
wait, but I can.
Yeah, I don't like
one
this.
Eye and then the other eye.
Just getting some nostril and.
It's the SCTV zoom.
Show feet. Oh.
There it is.
And by the way, it's 5% now.
Okay, thanks. Keep us posted, man.
So everybody
else 10.
It's a man. I about got whiplash a few times from the changes in tone from episode to episode in Atlanta. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of. I think the second season is probably the strongest. I like the entire show.
Hey, Teddy lives, man.
But I think, oh my god, dude! I think that
was something.
Yeah, the second season has like there's the Black American Network episode.
That was so good.
It's so funny.
So good.
It's so
funny.
Was hilarious.
We watched shit in a weird order too. Like for some reason, it decided that we needed to watch the jacket episode first.
So
the season finale.
Yeah. I don't know why.
It was weird.
Huh. It just decided we didn't see it in time, so we watched it. So like we're going back and watching, like we missed the first 3 episodes for whatever reason. So we're going back and it's like, oh, this is interesting. A narrative thing. They circled back around. No, that's not what happened.
Are you sensing a theme of technologically challenged? Like it's just not working.
Yeah, but that seems like sabotage.
Succotash. I will. Oh, still 5%, by the way. And update from the desk. I will say, I can do. I figured out how to do an impression of Paperboy without saying anything I shouldn't say. You ready?
Uh-huh.
He's like,
Man. Yeah. Oh, the one where he's trying to get a haircut? That one's very
Oh my
funny.
God!
it's hilarious.
That's very funny.
You just
Bibby
like,
man, I
you guys
swear to
do the whole
God.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
a, because he's an idiot.
He's like, are these your leftovers? Did you like eat the? It's in a microwave. House under
And the
construction.
fact that he went into like the other barber and he's like, yeah, see that? He's like, so what do you want? 2 or 3? And they just cut back over to him. That
Oh man.
yeah,
It's good. It's
and
good
I
stuff.
think Drake is Mexican.
And the thing, well, there's the one at the club with the invisible car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the basketball tournament one with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And they just don't address the fact
They don't
that that's
address
not
it at all.
At all.
Because
That's
Bieber is
just
Bieber, yeah, Bieber's Canadian, but in this he's, from Atlanta. It's
Yeah.
Indian.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's very good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very entertained. We just watched the episode where Paperboy had his day with the girl, and then getting the foot thing, and then leaving, and then the woods, and all that.
Yeah, it suddenly turned into like a horror movie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a wild one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a couple of them.
It was good.
The other one, oddly, that made me really uncomfortable was the Drake one, and not just because of what we know about Drake now, but just like all these women are getting into a truck.
Yeah, like
right,
the entire
Drake
time
party.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
it
yeah.
and I'm going, what bad thing is going to happen to these women? Like something bad is going to happen to these women. Because if like I would have thought the show kind of would have gone there, but honestly, if that was real life, something very bad would have happened to those
Yeah,
women.
that
Yeah, it
felt-
wouldn't have just
like
been a
it-
scam with like a
No.
cardboard cutout.
No,
Yeah.
it would have been like, and we're taking you to a warehouse and you're
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
put into a shipping container.
I mean, or
Yeah.
no, like Diddy had parties, and there was just like that was
that worked
the
out
thing.
fine.
It was fine.
Diddy parties, like that was the thing. So
Totally
like
fine.
they would get these girls there, and then
And I'm sorry. By the way, 7%.
whatever happens. Sometimes you have to sign an NDA
Yeah, sure.
Because that's normal.
because that's normal party
That's
stuff.
totally normal.
And Diddy A.
Yeah, like every party I've
No,
ever
we're-
gone to, I've
we're
had
not
to
letting
sign
that breathe?
an NDA.
Okay.
That's normal.
Yeah.
She's used to it. But thank you, Jules. Thank you.
Oh, I wanted you.
Jules.
I'm trying to give you enough rope. Like that.
Hashtag never enough. Yeah. Can't stop,
Um,
should stop.
So I went to a birthday celebration today. Yay!
How was it?
Hooray!
I saw pictures.
Pitches.
Yeah.
It was
How's it?
very
How's it?
nice. It
Whose
was
birthday
a
was
nice
it?
time. Packed house. Lots of familiar phrases and faces.
I prefer phrases.
Yeah, me
thought
too.
Christian took pictures.
Christian was
God
there.
damn it.
Yep.
Christian was there. You believe that shit?
Well, we live too far away to be,
He biked
near
there.
anybody.
He bikes everywhere.
Oh, he does.
But like it was just I asked him as a joke if he biked because I know he bikes everywhere, and I was like, because it was like cold and it was threatening to rain and sleet all day.
Wait, is that bicycle or motorcycle? Just
No, regular analog bicycle.
Bicicleta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just bikes
13%, by the
everywhere.
way. Yeah.
And he like plays instruments. So sometimes he will be biking around with like a satchel and 2 instruments on his back.
All of
keep you in
this
shape.
fits.
He's very.
Oh,
good.
and he is in shape. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He
Live.
makes the rest of us look horrible.
Yeah,
Like
just
first.
tall, beautiful. Like I saw him
Yeah.
in the back of the room,
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
him.
like, "Christian, I saw you." I said hey to him, like when I was about to start playing, and like the lights were down, and then he came up to me afterwards. He was like, "How did you know that was me in the back?" I was like, "Because you're the
The
tallest
glow.
person in the
Not
fucking
know.
room."
Yeah. and
Also,
the glow.
who else is like a beautiful, lithe, tall person just hanging out back there? Come on,
Yeah.
come on, my guy.
He and his husband are disturbingly pretty. It's just not
Yeah.
fair. Like
Yeah.
they're just.
And Alejo's
Straight
a
out of
genuine
Central
superhero.
Casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alejo's a superhero. He's
it-
like built like one. He can fly through the air. It's true.
and one of the
Oh.
nicest humans on the planet. On top of it, it really is not fair.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, the rest of us just suck. Got it.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds like a CGI Facebook post to me.
That's what I
Yeah.
think. I think
Nah,
he
he's real.
is. He's
Seen him in
CGI.
person. Yeah, stayed in their house multiple
We knew him
times.
before. We knew him before Facebook existed.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't prove anything.
No, we established that with the Canadian girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's been deleted. Yeah, mental health.
Chris, you missed a very fun bit.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was some
Okay.
yesing. There was some anding. It was good stuff.
So I would have just
Very
been
exciting.
confused by it. Carrie, you don't have my flu, do you?
I might be recovering from what you have or had. I'm in a
Ugh.
cough
So
that's been
sorry.
ongoing for like about a month now after a serious flu. Yeah, that took me.
Sounds like it. Yeah. I haven't coughed much lately, but I had I went out of the house for just like a regular human, and then I was down for the last couple of days. Just like I think I overdid it. I understand you need oxygen for those sorts of things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, but how was the celebration?
It was lovely. It was great.
Yeah.
Lots of special guests and familiar faces. A lot of Vom. Whoop.
That
A
wasn't
lot
me.
of Vom people. Yeah, I think so. A lot of Vom people, and Spark people, and just general people from the Iliamiverse. It was very nice.
is
But
it
not
reverse?
us.
Huh?
Wow, they're getting bigger. They're now a verse. The alien.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all long enough. I think it counts.
Yeah.
Auxiliamy, or they had something like that.
That was what they said today. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
We smoosh a lot of words.
And so that was my first time playing with the full band.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to hear
Did you
myself for the second song, but the first
Yeah.
one went very well.
Did you and Joey mistake yourselves for each other?
Yeah, I sat down at the drum kit and I was like, "Let's get started." And then Joey was like, "No, I'm me. You're you." And I was like, drat.
Dang it.
So
Shucks.
Shucks and Bagora.
Sheeshums.
No, sorry, man.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I'm here to help. Live to serve to live, is what I'm
We're
saying.
here to help.
And shit.
But yes,
Here
it was
to help.
a nice thing. Rob was kind of like flustered
I'm sure.
That's
more and more
normal.
towards the end because there was like a hard out. I don't know what you're thinking. I got a hard on.
Mm. That is not what I was thinking.
That is not.
No, I'm very old.
It is now.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Now that's what you're thinking.
Nah, it didn't work. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. but no.
Farts.
What you think all the
Anyway,
pills is for?
and he wanted to have like at least a 4-hour thing, but it was cut down to 3, and so
So long.
had to
Why-
trim stuff.
Why you gotta be? Why
Well, he wanted to have it like 5 minutes from his house, and he paid someone to run sound.
Right. Oh,
So
that's
all he would
smart.
have to do was just show up, set up, and play, and listen to his friends play, and make his friends play songs that he wants to hear or wants to play.
Did he do
That's
that to
totally
you?
fair.
Yeah, he made me play the Bond song.
That's a good one. Did you do
people-
it under protest?
No,
Good for you.
no.
It's his
Yeah.
birthday. You know.
Yeah, it's his birthday. It's fine. He got a Christ knife from
Nice.
Dune.
Oh shit, that's cool.
It's
That's cool.
really cool.
That's cool. I'm gonna
I'd be
need
going
pictures.
around picking fights. Like, I'm not a confrontational kind of guy, but I would go looking for a fight if I had a
This will
Christmas.
be your moment.
Yeah.
And by
Don't
the way,
make me.
are you going to tell
Or
me
do.
what that is at some point, or
It is like the tooth of Shai Hulud.
what?
It's a knife.
Wound.
It's
It's a
the
knife.
knife. You know
It's
the
the
knife from the
knife.
movie where they do the knife fight? It's one of those.
He doesn't. Well,
But you
Ceremonial
saw that.
dagger.
Never mind. It
May your
doesn't
blade
matter.
chip and shatter.
Yes, that's what he
Uh,
said
yeah.
to me
when
as I was leaving the building.
Bye.
Yeah.
when
May your blade
you
chip
know
and
when
shatter.
when Sean
Bye.
sent me the song that I didn't get to listen to and said what it was about in the thing, and I'm like, I look forward to listening to it. Also, you're among good nerdy friends in general in this group. I said, I'm not quite one of you guys because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Also,
but,
you watch sports, but Joylene watches sports. So, like, what the
I
fuck?
do.
are we
no,
talking
Joylene
about
is
here?
a lifelong sports fan.
but I'm also a super geek. So
Yes.
you know,
27% people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
Dune's my
27%
favorite.
super geek?
Oh no, like 100% super geek.
No, she's
but
100%.
yeah,
I know. I've
She's
always,
right back.
geek.
she's super geeky. Farts.
Yeah, like now we gotta like rethink Rick James too. Like not like like biggest fan ever, but like oh yeah, he did some really wrong shit. Too.
Yeah. It turns out most musicians in that era, maybe not most, but a hefty enough amount,
They did some
got
really
up to
bad
some
things.
shady shit, and a lot of them are
Yeah.
like still around today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking to Chris the other day about like
She did. She talked to me.
it's weird. I know.
I'm sorry.
About like
It hurt.
there were like 2 or 3 13-year-old girls that were doing the rounds of like all like the bands like Zeppelin and all those guys, and I'm like, and you see the pictures of them then, and now granted I'm a woman and I'm 48 friggin' years old, and I'm looking at this little girl. I'm like, how do you not know? She's barely through puberty. Like she has like this baby face. Like how do you not know this child is 13, which means they knew. And ew,
Yeah. They knew. They either didn't ask or
they didn't
didn't care.
care.
Right.
They're like, cool. And yuck, because
Yeah.
she's like the age of like my youngest son's classmates. This is gross. Yeah, it's not all right. And
Put
like,
him
but
up
like
against the
like
wall.
there were like I forgot her name, and it's not the one that everybody thinks of, like the one who wrote like I'm with the band. There was another.
Not Pamela DeBar.
No, there's another woman, but like then little girl who also did the rounds, and like just the pictures of her like with all of these rock stars, like come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you have to
don't play.
understand that like 50
Don't
years
play.
before that, that shit was just legal.
Oh yeah, well,
You just
50 years
marry a
before that, she would've been
13-year-old.
married at 13.
As long as like her parents give you permission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, what was that like small run of guys that got legal custody of the girls they were grooming?
Yeah, that.
And,
Ted
fuck.
Nugent.
Tyler too.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
all kinds
God.
of gross. I'm like, what is wrong? Ugh.
There was one, and
Ugh.
I also can't remember her name, but there was a young woman who's like 13 or 14, but she made the sci-fi convention rounds like back in the 60s or 70s, and she's like dressed like Red Sonja or something, but she's obviously a child, and they have all these things in like science fiction magazines of, and here she is with Isaac Asimov. That's one lucky guy who's like 100 years older than her.
And she's 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. Like all of those stories you hear, like like the Jerry Lee Lewis thing, like you look at the pictures of the cousin, like she's a little girl.
There's no way. It's
Little girl.
it's the point, right?
Yeah, like
they
know.
know. They
They knew.
They knew.
It's
28% now, by the way.
It's the money
Elvis and
poisoning
Priscilla,
thing.
like she was
It's
the
yeah,
little girl
exactly.
too.
It's
Ew.
all this Epstein stuff,
Yeah.
like the fact that he like had a marketplace was because he knew that like
There was a market.
there's a market for it, and like rich people, I think once you get past needing to care, and I've talked to Chris about this on here infinite times. I call it money poisoning. Once you get past a certain hierarchy of needs, you don't need to worry about where you're going to get your food.
Yeah. Once you're
you
into the spot of in the hierarchy of needs where buying a town in Ohio, then it
Dave
starts
Chappelle.
to get fucking weird. Yes,
right.
That's the guy.
Yeah. Right. Then you start to think that you are entitled to anything, and like the things you would get thrills and kicks out of when you were what you would now consider poor don't do it for you anymore. I saw an article about this motherfucker who's running the government right now, and
I'm unfamiliar.
And that's a whole lot of money poisoning.
Yeah, and he was born poisoned. And and
Born
he
into it.
like
Hashtag born for it.
he doesn't gain satisfaction from anything.
No.
It's not even nihilism. It's just like he has enough money to buy everything, so nothing brings him joy, and so he
the
sees
crazy.
life like a video game where
Mhm.
you like press a button and then see what happens. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you're in Minecraft. You set up this little thing, and then it just like builds a thing for you. You set up this like assembly line or something, and then you come back and you have a bunch of whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you mine in Minecraft. I don't know.
It explains so much, like that shit behavior, like just
48%,
bizarre,
guys. 48.
just bizarre things that like anybody who has ever been in charge of anything knows you don't do this stuff.
Yeah.
Like just like it's bad.
He wants to make America Twitter, and you know,
or something.
no, well, X actually. Twitter
yeah,
was
X.
relatively functional, even though it was like a cesspool. But now it's he wants to
turn
make it
into
from
X.
the cesspool that we already have to a haven for Nazis.
Yeah. Oh, no, worse though. Like so the like I'm gonna put myself in charge of the Kennedy Center. I'm like, oh honey, like what do you?
What's this?
You haven't heard?
Oh,
that?
you really haven't heard that? Oh, he had a show today.
No.
So he fired the board of the Kennedy Center.
What the? I'm so glad I saw Sarah
To-
Bareilles there last year. Holy shit!
And decided to install himself as the head. One,
Oh.
that's not legal. You can't actually do that. And two, what the fuck? I mean, like that's
What do you
why
care?
would you do that?
What do you
Like,
care?
what would you gain?
But like,
Like,
yeah,
I can't imagine.
it's because he
what
can.
One would,
That's it.
I
Talk about
guess?
up against the wall, Carrie. Like
Right.
somebody needs to, and he's not like, you know, an elected official or whatever. So I can say that he should be shot and killed in Minecraft.
Oh, I was talking about the one actually that got elected. He's the one who put himself in charge of the
Oh,
Kennedy
yeah.
Center.
He did.
He did.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the real president, not the guy
yeah.
who won the popular
one
vote.
Who has his name on the door but doesn't actually run anything.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the one who made himself in charge.
That's
It
even
is
more
the weirdest.
baffling. But
It
it
is.
makes a little more. It kind of makes more sense because he thinks, like Elon, I don't think cares about art at all. But
Neither does the other one. The
Yes,
other
he
one actually
does.
has contempt for it.
he has contempt for
He hates-
artists.
Yeah.
That he has contempt for artists. I think
He doesn't understand art, which is why
he
has
likes the
contempt for it.
status that it brings. Like when Andrew
Oh, it's
Lloyd
an
Webber.
investment. Yeah.
When Andrew Lloyd Webber invited him to Phantom of the Opera, he still tells that fucking story. He is an old school New York queen. He would tweet about fucking Bette Midler. He would tweet about Robert Pattinson getting dumped
You're
by
right.
Kristen Stewart, and it was like, she's too good for you. You didn't. He dumped you like a dog. Like, you know, he's a catty little fucking
He is
little
like,
bitch.
it's-
I mean, for real, he's a queen. So like, of course he wants to dictate what like the shit at the
so-
center, the height of the cultural center in DC. Like, yeah, of
do you
course,
know who
of
he
course.
is? Like really? Speak like your reference, like what you just said. It has clicked into my head. So take all the talent and ability out of what I'm about to say.
Mhm.
He's Truman Capote.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
He
Just
just
bitchy,
like the bitchiest,
catty,
cattiest,
petty. Yeah, he's
petty,
Truman Capote if he was talentless,
with no
an
talent.
idiot, and refused to pay
and no
anybody.
taste. And no taste. So like just no taste, no class, no talent, no ability. Yeah, that.
That's perfect.
So Carrie, how are things in Canada?
Jules and I are just gonna talk.
I'm
That.
getting ready
No, I
to
just
Kennedy Center.
Is it better? Have the fascists taken over your country yet?
Soon. We are
I heard.
preparing for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard Trudeau
51st state, baby.
resigned, and so yeah, I'm so sorry.
I mean, like, he
okay,
wasn't super great, but like,
By comparison,
there-
though,
but by comparison, yeah, I know.
I mean, have
I
you
know.
checked out the new guy? I've read some stuff about the new guy. I'm like, I don't know.
What's the old comparison from South Park? Giant
Oh,
douche, turd
a giant
sandwich?
douche and a turd sandwich. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm,
and I live by that. I really no longer choose to give a shit, and I know that sounds bad, but
No, look, man. If these
No, we're in this
people
world.
refuse to represent us and do any of the shit that like they refuse to even pay lip service to the shit that they're not going to do if they say they're going to do it. So like, why the fuck? I mean, look, I'm completely with you. And like, I had a conversation with my dad about this, where he was like, I'm not checked out, but like, okay, you guys got everything you wanted. What are you going to do? Let's see what you do with it.
We're seeing it.
We are. It
The
is
one that
sloppy,
gets me,
but it is effective.
Oh my
the one
goodness.
that's getting me, honestly, all of that is horrible. The one that's getting me is I make the mistake of being on social media still because I don't leave the house. So it's the only way I think that I'm interacting with people besides this. And the people who are like, they got totally owned by this Democratic senator. You didn't do shit. They won. Like, he's there. He's doing these things.
And
It's
you
so
motherfuckers
stupid.
keep confirming his cabinet picks.
Of
What
course.
the fuck is wrong with you? You're like,
my-
he's in the entire election. They're like, he's a fascist. He's the enemy of democracy. We can't let him win. We can't let him win. At no means necessary. Please donate $5 every day for 10 times a day.
But we're just gonna like.
Then he
check
wins,
off
and they're just like
everything.
signing off on like they're voting on to confirm these
Showing
people.
their
They're gonna-
bellies.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Like,
absolutely. It's
I'm watching like somebody like reposted like the Bernie Sanders diatribe on the floor of Congress, and I'm like, started well, all right, like calling out like all the illegal stuff, all the things, and then like Bernie Sanders does, completely missed the point. I'm like, so we're gonna talk and then accomplish absolutely nothing. Good job.
Yeah,
That's what
I
you're gonna do.
I saw more than one person like send around. So
Like,
they did this thing where
why?
they did, what was the weird thing where they did like they came up with the anti-oligarch thing, but they worked it out so it spelled Elon Musk. I'm like, what are
aren't
you?
you clever?
Oh my
you-
god,
I
this
know.
fucking Twitter bullshit.
It's so
Fucking like,
stupid.
oh, we're gonna outpost them. They're shit posting, but we're gonna out shit post
There
them.
is, I will say,
Oh no, that was a bill. There was.
I
bill
know
that
it's
was,
all
like,
shit posting
dumb.
now. Look,
Yes.
man,
It's
the
dumb.
motherfucker, the thing that the guy's in charge of is called Doge. It's shit posting. He did a Nazi salute at the fucking inauguration. That's a
Yep.
shit post.
Twice.
This is all shit posting.
Mhm.
Yeah, twice.
just in case, so you didn't
Just
miss
in case the
that-
other side of the
Yeah.
room didn't
Did-
see.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey,
And then
everybody.
fucking the New York Times is like, Elon Musk's hand gesture has drawn criticism from many corners of the internet. Some say it's
Politics.
resemblant of a salute that the Germans
Oh,
gave
no,
in the
a
1940s.
Roman, no,
The one
it
where-
resembles a Roman salute. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is a Roman salute other than
Motherfucking
a
what?
fascist
Yeah.
What are we?
Nazi salute?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Motherfucking what? That's everything.
What?
Just needs to have
Like,
that.
there is no such thing as a Roman salute. That was not a thing. That
No.
didn't happen in ancient Rome.
No.
The Nazis
Didn't they make
loved
those up?
stuff.
Didn't they make those up for movies? Didn't
Yeah.
they make that for
Yes,
the
it was made for the movies.
the sword and sand movies?
No, before that, like it's like
Yeah.
Cecil B. DeMille, like era cinema is where that stuff comes from.
Mm.
And Hitler and
Oh.
his gang were like, we like this.
Yeah, we'll take that.
They
Well,
just
that's like-
stole
not like-
aesthetic shit. I mean, they
Uh-huh.
were.
Yeah,
They,
that's what they
it was
did. They were a
all.
propaganda machine.
They were really
That's what
good
they were
at
good
it.
at. Yeah.
Ugh.
So
The-
yeah.
So
one
I
that
saw the
got
first
me-
episode of Shorzy.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Great
before we're done with this
transition.
horribleness.
Thank goodness.
Before we're done with this
Save us.
horribleness.
Save us.
This is from the first time around, the first presidency, when everybody was like doing all the takedowns on him and they felt really good about
Hashtag resistance.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Dana-
wait till James Comey. Ooh, wait till Robert Mueller. Ooh, we're gonna impeach. Oh,
Yeah.
Dana Gould said yes. We're all going to take Trump down with the power of satire.
yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people
It's like,
have tried to like
actually
silver lining that shit this time. It's
do
like,
a
well, you
thing.
know, the art's gonna be really good. It's like, yeah, until he defunds all the fucking art programs and like murders artists for writing songs about him.
Yeah, that's they're,
That should be
they're
fun.
getting all
Figures
the,
out a way to deport artists for writing things.
Hey,
you
man.
know,
I mean, like
Guantanamo
for real,
Bay,
dude. He's trying to buy fucking Greenland and invade Canada. Yeah.
I'm just
That's
so
the thing.
damn confused.
That's
Maybe you guys can
wild.
explain something
Nope.
to me.
Probably can't.
Probably
Probably
not,
not.
but I'm going to ask the question anyway.
Good try.
All right.
You know, whether it doesn't seem to matter who I talk to or what media I choose to consume on that particular day, whether it's I don't know, Colbert, Stewart, or CNN or whatever. It doesn't seem to matter. Everyone seems to be questioning everything Trump does, and for good reason. And so the question is, who the hell keeps voting for him? If everyone in the news and mass media and seems to be questioning,
you are watching the not right wing media.
Yep.
And
You
there's
are
lots
watching
and lots and
the-
lots.
You're watching the
media.
second and third and fifth most viewed networks, most
Yeah.
viewed news networks in the country.
If you want to know
Try
what they're
Fox.
actually talking about, you can't even do Fox. It's Newsmax.
Well, yeah,
And
but
that's
Fox
it
is the
yourself.
mainstream
Yeah,
version.
they're moderates.
But they
Oh my
filter that Newsmax shit. That shit filters up, or rather down, because Newsmax and the Daily Wire and all that shit, they're in PragerU. That's all funded by like big oil billionaire money.
Okay,
so
45 minutes, 32 seconds. You brought up Daily Wire. Do it. Say it. Do him. Come on.
Well, actually, if it actually gets that wet down there, then you're supposed to call a doctor. Like, if you actually need a mop and a bucket, like, look, I've been with at least 1.5 women, and they've all told me that it's okay that it's dry down there, and that it doesn't matter. And so and my wife, she is a doctor,
insults. Anyway,
that is some special.
Okay, well, you
that
sort
is
of
some
answered the
special
question anyway.
self-hating with veg.
yeah, I mean, it's just
It's-
to go back to the Nazis, which we're trying to do. They have Fox News, the Murdoch machine.
yes,
Has it's such an aggressive, effective
very effective.
propaganda network, and it has ruined politics in our country, and that bleeds over to your country. It's ruined it. It's ruined it in Australia, and it's ruined it in the UK.
There was specifically a documentary on. It's called "How I Lost My Father to Fox News," and shit, if that didn't like hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, because the way this version of fascism works, most fascism kind of works like this, where you identify a problem, like an intrinsic problem with the way things are being run. So it's a failure of the state. That is a baseline thing that but it is a failure of the state. But the people in the state, or the people in the media, who are like all controlled by the money, by capital, they are telling you, hey, something's wrong. I feel your pain. You're definitely suffering. And then instead of saying, and it's because of massive deregulation, it's because of outsourcing jobs, it's because of, destabilizing unions, it's because of, defunding all of these social safety nets. That's not it. It's Mexicans. It's trans people. It's immigrants. It's the Democrats. It's, and so like they beat that into your head and they've been doing it for 40 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And some people my age who've grown up, that's all they know. And even if you don't start off from that position, all it takes is one inroad. And that is what Trump used. He used the suffering, the disenfranchisement of the working class in this country. And he specifically talked to them and pointed out a lot of the stuff that was actually wrong in their lives. And then he weaponizes it. He disinforms these people, and it's cult shit. That's what it is.
It's cult 101. It really is. You can't dissuade them.
And Carrie, to answer your question, like, you have people with legitimate reasons to be upset because they aren't, their circumstances aren't getting any better. They haven't been getting better. Their parents were struggling. Now they're struggling. Their kids are struggling. And so, like, they're targeting specific things, and they're also kind of targeting things that are very emotional, niche
wedge issues. Phyllis Schlafly fucking started this shit.
Wedgie issues? What?
Yes, that's right. Bully stuff.
Like,
I'm
like,
sorry.
Trans athletes.
Charlene, I'm sorry. Just pause you for a second. Mm-hmm. I gotta go take care of the kid. Mm-hmm. So I will try to come back.
Hold on, Chris. Percentage check.
Oh yeah. It's actually, it went through 100%, and now it's supposedly starting. So maybe when I come back, I'll be on an actual computer.
That's exciting. Who knows?
Mr. Big Sausage over here.
Goodness. I'll be over here in the corner. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's all I mean, I hate to admit it, they're really freaking good at it.
They're good at it.
It's
They're great at it.
super emotional thing. So
Mhm.
you get gigantic portions of the populace voting against their own best interests. When I see women voting that way, when I see fellow Hispanics voting that way, I'm like, what is wrong with you? They hate all
Yeah.
of us.
I got an uncle.
They, I mean, like, it's
Everybody's got an uncle.
just everybody's got one, right? And so, like, even like my own family members, it's funny. They used to make fun of my mom because she was like the last like liberal in the family,
Huh.
and she was also like a bit of an activist. Like everybody else, as they got older, got more and more conservative because they were getting targeted. So they're going after things like abortion and all these other things that are like very emotional. But if you stop and think for a second, like, huh, so an imaginary fetus that hasn't even been conceived has more rights in this country right now than I do as a living, breathing
Mhm.
citizen. Like just imaginary. Like
Yeah.
hasn't it doesn't exist,
Mhm.
may never exist, but that idea is more powerful than my right to exist. Like that, but it's emotional, right? And you get all of these groups kind of hitch their bandwagon to this, machine because like, oh, I'll get my issue across the finish line. I got a real bone to pick with the Catholics of America. Like I grew up Catholic, my entire family is Catholic. Like guys, we're the next group on the train after the Jews. Like
Dude, I
Nazis
mean,
don't like Catholics.
it's
Like
and we
it's
don't
not
know
okay.
we don't even know where the line is with this version of fascism because they are anti-Semitic. That's for sure.
Oh,
That's carried over
absolutely.
with this
They're
version of
anti-Catholic too.
fascism.
Don't kid yourself.
They're
Like
yeah. I mean, they want like
they are.
they want a white Protestant
They
Bible
don't
thumping
want
nation.
Southern Europeans. They
Yeah,
don't want Catholics.
they want to make America
So,
Florida.
except they're like, all the
Well, they want to
Hispanics.
make America Texas. That's really what they want.
They do. They want to make America Texas.
And I got family in Texas. I hope they. Well, you know what? I know they have guns, so I think
Save
they'll be
yourself.
okay. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
like
I've seen my uncle's guns, and I've seen my cousin's guns. I've shot some of them. Very fun, by the way. I don't know if you guys
I
have
grew up.
ever gone
I
shooting
grew up
guns.
with. I grew up with them. It's funny. One, my Chinese stepdad was actually born in Texas. His family has been in America for over 100 years. People still talk to them like they just got here, which is super offensive.
Did you know how fake fucking
Just,
whiteness is?
oh yeah,
Did you
it's
know
just
that the indigenous people in this
oh yeah,
country were considered white
I did,
as
and
like a voting mechanism
it's
for
it's
like land and property? Like,
it's all bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, but like my grandfather, I think and Jules, I think I told you this before. Between my grandfather and my stepdad, I think they were preparing me for the apocalypse. So like my grandfather used to take me to the gun range, and like he had guns. He wanted somebody else. Like I lived with my mom and myself lived with my grandparents, and he wanted somebody else in the household know what to do with them, how to like use them, access them, all that. My grandmother
Safety, yeah.
refused, and my mom refused. I guess so. It was me. I was like 8. So I
I don't think you told me this.
yeah. So like I used to go to the gun range with him. But like the first thing, like if you actually take like gun safety stuff, which you have to,
Yeah,
you should. It's like you never point a gun at anything you don't intend to kill.
right.
Like that was like drummed into my head.
And keep your finger off the trigger
Off the
until you're ready
trigger,
to
like
squeeze.
check the chamber, don't
Yeah.
assume it's empty. Like there were
Yep.
just so many
And when
things.
it misfires, always look down the barrel, right?
Yeah.
Cartoon style.
Yeah. Blow into it. Like
Blows
that's
your
what you
beak on
do.
the other side of your head.
Yeah, like all that stuff. And so between him and like my stepdad was the one who taught me how to like fletch arrows and use a crossbow and all this other stuff.
Huh.
Like I'm pretty sure they were preparing me for the apocalypse. Like I can make my own weapons thanks to them. Like so good job.
Nice.
I can fix a car. I can
Huh.
change my oil. I can change a tire.
Oh.
I know how
Don't
to
need
wire
Changing the
anymore.
oil,
stuff.
Bye, Chris.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, I can like rewire stuff in the house because my grandfather was an
Wow.
electrician, so like I can do all that random stuff. So I'm sure I could come up with some sort of like impromptu incendiary device if I absolutely had to.
You could. So you're
because
saying
of
that
these
you could
things.
you could home alone your house pretty
I could
easily.
totally home alone my house.
Okay. All right.
And it's all their fault. Like they've been teaching me this stuff since I was like
They
little.
weaponized you. Shit.
They did. 'Cause
Huh.
I mean, but
That's
they
some
were
Doctor Who
smart.
shit.
They were smart. They're like, little girl, this world is not safe for little girls. So we better teach her to protect herself. And that's exactly what they did. They wanted to make sure that I knew exactly how to protect myself in all kinds of scenarios. And I would never get stranded on the side of the road and couldn't take care of myself. To fix whatever I needed to fix, I wouldn't be at the mercy of someone going, "Oh, little lady," which is like the dude who came and installed my oven. I haven't gotten mansplained that hard in decades, and it was hilarious. I mean, like Chris is just looking at this guy like, "Why the hell are you talking to me? You should talk to her. She's the one who knows all this stuff."
Where's the man of the house, ma'am? Can I speak to the man? Where's the guy? Hold, pats your crotch. No penis there.
I see boobs. I think that means you're a girl.
What are those?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that'll work.
That's not a good enough test. And I mean, it was hilarious. Like, he starts talking about electricity and the wiring in the house. I'm like, yeah, I know. I actually know. It's okay. And Chris, is not mechanically inclined whatsoever. He has no interest because this has always been my gig. Like, we're gonna go buy a car. I'm the one who picks it, and I check under the hood to make sure it's not a lemon. Like that. I was an insurance adjuster for cars. I know how to repair and build them. That was my job. So like, I have that knowledge and that training. But oh my goodness, like the funniest thing ever. We went to buy a used car. It was me, my father-in-law, and Chris. And the guy starts talking first to my father-in-law because he's, the older gentleman.
Yes.
The patriarch. And he's like, "Why are you talking to me?" And he turns to Chris. He's like, "I don't know why you're talking to me." I'm like, "Can you open the hood? Like, can I take a look under there and like, make sure like the hoses aren't like cracked and you got some like old rubber in there? Like, actually check the state of this thing. Is it clean? Is it a mess?" And I start, kind of inspecting it like I would a car, like that I was inspecting for like an insurance claim. He's like, "Oh, you actually know what you're doing." No, I was pretending.
I'm studying for a role. What
Yeah,
are we doing here?
That's what it is. It's method acting. I'm just gonna pretend I know what I'm looking at.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oy,
fun.
oy, oy.
So, Joylene, I'm curious about because you mentioned that you've been trained and prepped for the apocalypse and all. So, in the States, if you want to own a gun, do you have to store the ammunition separate from the gun?
You're supposed to.
Okay.
Doesn't mean people do.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Like-
the
There's a
NRA doesn't come to
regulation.
your house and check.
Okay, fair
No.
enough. But if you're in a
Yeah.
situation where you've had to defend yourself and use the gun, if it was proven that you did not store the gun correctly, could you not go to jail for manslaughter or something like that, or just
Probably
manslaughter?
Not if they're in your house.
No, like
Okay.
you have the right to defend yourself if somebody enters your house.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Actually, if
think
they're
it's
on
quite
your
the same
property,
here.
period.
Yeah.
Because I've actually been considering it. The way the world is these days, and
I think you should. I think you should look into it because they have them.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
But
They
when I
have
was
lots
speaking
of
to
them.
friends, they're like, "Well, listen, you have to store everything under lock and key separately in separate safes. So if someone were to break into your home, what are the chances of you getting to the gun and being able to actually defend yourself with it?"
So here's the flip side, though. This is what I think people get wrong a lot. More people get killed with their own guns than not,
Mhm.
and it's because the dumbass leaves the gun loaded somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's
Or they're not taught
accidental.
proper gun safety,
They're not
or
taught proper
any
gun
of that.
safety, so you have horrific accidents, deadly accidents, because they don't know what they're doing. Heat of the moment arguments because they're not
Mhm.
storing the stuff safely. People get nutty. They grab something, and that's why you don't have them loaded. You're more likely to get killed with your own gun than
Okay.
somebody actually breaking into your house.
Sure.
Um,
Makes perfect sense. So,
if
but
you
if you need to
know-
defend yourself, is it an effective tool when stored properly?
I don't think so. That is my
Okay.
personal opinion. It's also why I don't have one.
Right. And that's why
I
I've basically decided not to as well. I might either get a bat,
yeah.
maybe I don't know, a katana or something fun like that.
You're
But
better off with a chef's knife. Like
I have a bow and
that.
arrows,
we want to know
and
about the arrow. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
those are quiet, you know.
Mhm.
And
And you
I
don't
do
need to
have
register them.
exactly, and I do have a
Nice.
katana.
Yeah. I used to have swords.
I need to get a new one. There's a really nice
Too much blood on that one?
sword. No, it's not very well made. And it's like it's almost it's hey Rebecca,
Hey, Rebecca.
it's like 17 years old, but it's pretty good. It'll cut
Okay.
through some cardboard real nice.
It'll defend your home.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
seriously,
yeah,
thought
like
it was
I could.
somebody.
It's and I keep it sharp, so like it's
Yeah,
it's very functional, but like
Yeah.
Ooh, I
You're
love that sound.
probably not. But oh yeah, but like
just a scabbard.
the sheath is like all loose. It's not like
Loose.
lined or anything,
Mm.
and then like the piece in between the hilt
hilt.
of the blade that like that kept it in place so that the tang of the blade goes in
Yeah.
like stays in the
Mm,
that
dang.
came loose, so this
Oh.
just slides around, and so like which means that the blade kind of comes out of the handle. If
Mhm.
I could have the blade reset in a new
Now you can
handle,
probably
rattle your
can.
sword, or you
And
can
just
rattle
get a-
your saber so much more.
I'm a saber.
It actually rattles.
Yeah. Does it have rivets
Yeah.
going through the tang into the handle, or is it just straight through?
It's just straight. I think it's just
It's
friction
construction?
in there. So like if I
Okay.
tried hard enough, I could pull this
You could
handle
probably pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could take it to these guys up in Baltimore, who do that. They do that show Forged in Fire,
Oh yeah.
where they
I
like
watch
make.
it.
Yeah, that's based like that's north of Baltimore.
Nice.
That shop.
Yeah. There's a place here where they make swords, knives, all kinds of beautiful things. And it's nice, like through hilts, like full tang construction, beautiful,
Yeah.
really well balanced things.
Mm.
I am a fan of that kind of stuff. Like again, like, if you had ever met my stepdad, you would know why. Uh, it was all about like the medieval weaponry. Like this is what our lives were like. I got to go to Spain, and I brought him back a sword from Toledo. And
What
it's
kind of
just
sword?
beautiful.
Like a rapier or like a?
Yeah,
Bat left.
it was. What did I get him? It wasn't quite a broadsword. It was shorter than that. It was a.
But it was like it was a straight sword though.
a straight sword. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know,
So Rebecca,
learn.
we're doing a home
edge.
security audit.
Yeah.
How do you protect yourself?
I do. Oh, wait, I have something. Hang on.
Besides your dog.
Besides my dog,
Dogs
and
count.
she is actually like a terrible security system because she just wants snuggles. So, like, someone would come in and she'd be like, bark, bark, bark. I sound all crazy, but like, snuggle me. And as soon
Yep.
as you
That's
start
my
that,
dog.
she
Yeah.
just like doesn't, she has no bone in her body. But I have a shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
what?
And so
How
I could
sharp are
defend
the edges?
myself with a shield.
That
They're
looks
pretty,
nice and weighty. Like you could
it
actually,
is,
like,
it's,
hit
it's
it's
someone
pretty
with it.
heavy.
Is
You
I
there
mean,
can
is,
damage.
is this giving you the right idea of how
yeah.
heavy it is?
Is there like a handle thing in the back?
Is it like a strap?
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
A LARPing
oh,
we
yeah.
will go.
So,
nice.
yeah, I can
Regular
block
Captain
an
America
attack.
over here.
That's me, Captain S America. Didn't you know that, like,
Captain
that's my
S.
alter ego?
They should totally gender military
Yes, they
rankings.
should. Absolutely. I'm the first
Shield.
proponent of this.
That
I'm
actually makes
trying
a
to
lot of
think what else
sense.
I have. I have some pretty good machetes.
Oh,
Beautiful.
nice.
Like
I
cooking,
believe
like
it's pronounced
intense
machete,
cooking knives.
but otherwise.
Machete?
It's pronounced
Indeed,
Danny
indeed.
Trejo.
I
Yeah.
have this
Sorry, correct.
box cutter
Not just my
That's
dog.
good.
already.
If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, that's good.
Yeah, and I think I also have like a multifunctional like pocket knife thing that actually, so it's funny, like a friend of mine brought her like older friend to one of my shows. I think her older friend's like in her 60s or something. And she brought me this
Ew.
like brand ew, old people.
Ew.
She
Oh.
brought me this
I'll
branded
be
like Swiss
60 in
Army
8
knife
years.
sort of
Yeah.
thing. And she's like, you should keep this with you since you play shows in DC just in case you need a weapon. I was like, okay, but I guess thank you because now I have this multifunctional knife thing that I never would
Sure.
have had. But
You can, if
it
anybody's
was
got a
a
bottle
very
they need
bizarre,
opened,
like
you're
usually
there.
people just give you tips. Like I would take the $5 tip over the weird branded pocket knife thing. It's the first time I've ever been given a weapon as a tip.
I would take that
Um,
shit.
I take it. I would
I
take a
took
weapon.
it. I took the heck out of it, and she gave me like a $20 tip.
Oh,
So
nice.
Nice.
I really won
Did she
that
wrap
evening.
the 20 around the knife?
No, and
And
I'm
like
gonna
palm
put
it
some
to you.
notes in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disappointed.
next I'm gonna tell my friend to just give her some feedback on her methods.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally disappointed. It's just like
They're
you
like
just
the
ruined my
And
whole
also, hi,
positive
Rebecca.
vibe about it.
Yeah.
Hi,
They're
Hey,
like the
nice to
weapon
see
was
you.
probably worth a lot
nice
more
to
than
see you
20
too.
bucks.
Are you
You're
feeling
not
better?
in Florida. Some days are better than others. I appreciate you asking. You're not in Florida anymore. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so
You
glad.
escaped. Good job.
I escaped
They let you out.
within an inch of my life. It was
I'm
hard.
sure.
They
Bet.
like the devils were like holding me at all, and then I had to really
But you're
like
like
kick it. I
blonde, so
brought
I
my
think they might
shield.
keep you.
So, well,
Yeah.
of course they want to keep me. I'm like little white and blonde. They think I
Little
belong
white and
there, but
blonde.
like
They do.
Is that the
don't
name of the
belong
album
there.
you're working on? Little White and
Little
Blonde?
white blonde?
Little
Yeah.
White
Little
and
White Blonde.
Blonde.
Actually, we used to have a choreographer that would come to work with the dance company that I was with, and it was like a very multicultural company. I was like the whitest person in there, to the extent like me and this one other guy would ruin the photographs for the company because we would be shining so bright with lights. And like it was just our like natural paleness. Like he's actually a little bit more translucent than I am. But this choreographer was this like old African American guy from like Chicago, and he would name the groups of dancers by like gender and all this stuff. So he'd be like, "That's the little white girls, and that's the little black girls group," and he'd just be like going on, and we're like, oh, I mean, he's like in his 70s, so we're just like, you do whatever you
Yeah,
want,
it's
but
not going
like.
to change.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
but it
change
was
it.
so funny. We're like, Lloyd, you know that like how that sounds? It's like really weird. He's like, yeah, but you're just the little white girls. That's your part. And yeah, so I was the little white girl. I was also the fairy. He thought our section was like little fairy dancers because we were also little. But yeah, anyways, that's my story for the night. I hope you liked it.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a,
Mm.
yeah,
Then I have to
we
change
couldn't
it to
get
Little
you
White
shut
Girl.
up. So Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, at least we got a story out of you.
yeah, I'm gonna change my
Yeah.
name to Little White Girl.
Yes,
It's
do change to Little White Girl,
That's
please.
appropriate.
amazing.
Yeah.
And
Although I
Julie,
don't know
you
how to
could
do it
put
on StreamYard. Oh,
what's
here we go.
the
Pale Latina?
no, it's the PHC, the Pale Hispanic Club.
Yeah.
I don't have the Twitch thing, but every once in a while something from Twitch will show up on the Instagram because I'm youngish enough that I'm allowed on Instagram, just not on Twitch. And there's this girl on there. Well, she's 32. I know because she yells, "I'm 32 and I'll do what I want to do." And she starts playing blast beats like to random shit, and she's very entertaining. But she's like, people think they can say whatever they want to people that they see on social media, like they're not a human being.
Mhm.
And you won't understand this, but
Thanks for explaining.
hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here to make sure you understand. From over there,
Yeah.
she's over there.
Mm.
She's
I'm
over
on the
there.
other side of
We
the room.
tried to set things up, but we made the mistake
went
of
poorly.
letting me anywhere near gear. And I just sat here and like just yelled expletives at it while doing it for like an hour, like fuck this and fuck you, pedal, fuck you, cable, fuck you. Yeah, there was a lot of that. But
That's
anyway,
great. Yeah.
that person will get stupid things like, how can you be Hispanic? You're so pale. And she's like, motherfucker. You know,
You
Yeah,
are the
that's
rainbow.
just stupid.
I mean,
The things that come out of people's mouths, it's just like,
yeah. Julian, I don't know if you know that, but
what? Are you saying
yeah.
that I don't look Hispanic? I'm
No, I'm
too
saying you don't
pale?
understand the thing that I'm explaining to you because that's not.
Well, thank you for explaining it. Like,
Hey.
I feel like I
yeah.
really need that.
We
Because I
all
Well-
won't
just
get it
need a
myself.
good man to
I
explain
am.
things
Yeah.
to
To
us
be
here and
fair,
there.
Always.
to be
To
fair,
be fair.
I
I
would
am
do.
her man, and I'm just trying to explain.
Yeah.
All right,
So
we'll take it for now.
It's her mansplaining as opposed to just.
Just random
It's
mansplaining.
personal. If it's
I'm not
personal
random.
mansplaining, it's okay.
This time,
Is
it's
that
mansplaining
worse?
personal.
Yeah.
If a woman
Is it worse
explains
if
the
it's personal
concept of
mansplaining?
mansplaining, is it still mansplaining?
Oh,
Well, obviously, you don't know how littlest white girl. That's amazing. Sorry.
If a woman explains what a man is that mansplaining?
mm.
Literally it is, but that's
Cool. And if I'm on the train and I sit like this,
Yeah.
is that mansplaining?
No, that's man spreading.
Ah, okay.
there's a lot of that.
Hey, nobody told you to stop,
That
sweetheart.
was hey,
I don't know.
That was a visual gag.
No, nothing for that. Nothing
You
for the
know,
follow-up.
like,
No.
you look so much
I
like
said,
you just
ah.
smiled.
You look so pretty. I mean,
Yeah, just if you just smiled, I think you
you're
just look
just
so much
giving us some
nicer.
of what we want, you know?
I've been told, why don't you smile more, several times. Yeah.
I was told once by a woman, you'd be so attractive if you didn't speak. And I took that and I'm like, I will take the compliment out of that and go, I could be
You're
so
so
attractive.
attractive. Oh wow.
I'm so pretty.
Theoretically, I'm attractive.
I've had people
Ideally,
tell me to like not take things so seriously. I played a show at this like at the Capital One Arena for this performance, and this woman was like, "Sweetie, you don't need to be so upset about everything. Like just stop
Sweetie.
taking things so seriously. Stop
Sweetie is a
thinking
great
about
place to
things so
start.
much." And I was like,
Thanks,
"Thanks, I guess, old
rando
lady."
person.
Don't ask
Yeah,
me. I'm
just
just
I'm
a
just a
girl.
girl.
Just put your head
Just
in the
forget
sand
about it.
and
Yeah.
stop. It's just
Your
That's what we need,
camera just
artists who
keeps
don't
moving
think and
around.
feel.
yeah, that's AI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just it knows. You invoked it. It's like I'm gonna show you.
Is she going to move some more?
I'm a
Ooh.
cinematographer. I just can't stop
Okay.
moving the. It
alright.
can't figure out where you are.
That's right. It's really hard to figure out, to be fair.
Well,
It's having
Since
a
you're
lot of
sitting
trouble.
right there.
it's having a lot
Yeah.
of trouble. Me
It,
too.
it, it
I,
does.
you know,
It does.
in a show of solidarity,
It's a multiverse camera. It's showing every option.
It's in superposition.
That's right.
It's so weird. Yeah.
first position.
Speaking
That's
of
fun.
positions, unfortunately, my position is going to have to change for the rest of the evening. My family is saying, "Shut up, we need to go to sleep."
Okay.
Oh.
Carrie,
It's been
thank
a
you very
pleasure.
much.
Carrie,
Nice to
why
see you,
haven't you moved
Carrie.
out yet so we can see
Thank
more of
you.
you?
I
God
will
damn
be
it.
around next time, hopefully, and I'll catch you on the Vom. If not,
I will
Always welcome.
throw you the link,
anytime.
and hopefully we'll see you next week. If not,
Great to see
good
you.
afternoon, good evening, and good night. Truman Show.
Thank you.
Great. I'm so glad you can make it, Carrie. I'm sorry I didn't
Thanks.
get to interact more. These
Next
jerks
time.
wouldn't stop talking.
Lots of
I,
love,
uh,
guys. Cheers.
Bye, Canadian.
Bye.
Bye.
You should have apologized more, but otherwise,
Sorry.
sorry. Our eldest when we were
Shorzy.
out was talking about how he's looking forward to hockey.
It's so
Hockey,
weird.
Shorzy.
Hockey.
He has the accent. It's
He does.
bizarre. But we live in almost Canada.
They
So
both
maybe.
started to get Midwestern accents, middle whatever accents, and then COVID happened, and then they started to sound like us, and then they went back to school, and now the one is starting to sound, hockey, and the other one sounds like a. The other one's 13. We have 2 teenagers in our fucking house.
Man.
It's not okay.
He was doing some silly thing and singing along. He's like, "Well, I'm 13 now. I can't do that." I'm like, "You can do whatever you want to do. You can like a thing as long as you like it."
Yeah.
We're running into that. It's like, "Can I like that?" I'm like, "Yes."
Uh,
Yeah.
teenage years suck. It's
You
not
can-
fair.
You can like. You can. He was saying it's like something my brother and I don't have in common is one of the reasons we butt heads is he cares what people think, and I'm like, you don't care what people think, and you're 13.
You win.
You fucking win.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I had figured that out at 13.
Ugh.
It took me forever.
Ugh.
Jules, thoughts?
It's like I don't.
Yeah, I have thoughts.
First I've heard of it.
Not that I know about.
Not that I know of. Christian had a very nice picture of you and Rob guitaring near each other.
Was it when he put his nose on my jacket?
Not that I saw. Oh, now I'm really sad. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Also, I bumped Kristen's bow with my
Oh no.
guitar, and I felt bad about it. And she was,
She's so good.
and she like, and I didn't notice, and like I think it happened like a couple times.
Oh no.
And then she poked
Oh.
my guitar.
Good for her.
It was very funny.
I remember when
Stop it.
we did the live stream for my 50th birthday. I didn't get a big haul, but I did get to be at Heather's house, which she makes a point to tell me repeatedly that people don't get to do that. But
We
she's
took
like,
over
yeah,
her
yeah,
house.
I don't let other people in here. I'm like, thank you. Please don't yell at me. But
They moved all the furniture
yeah,
out of the living
she
room.
did. She
It
was
was
she
it
she
was
moved
really
a lot of
nice.
shit. She put out nice food and everything. It was very nice. But when we I got a really nice compliment, and then yeah, dumbass, I know, within the span of like 20 seconds, like we were practicing for a second one of our songs, and Kristen's like, I I really like this one. It's a good song. I'm like, thank you so much. And then we ran through something. I'm like, it goes here. And she gave me a look like, yeah, dumbass, I know. Like, she is solid.
You don't
as
have to tell her anything.
fuck. No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a classically trained musician who's done master classes
Yeah,
with
but
Yo-Yo
even
Ma. I think
classical
she got it.
training
I think she's set.
make you that quick. Do you know?
No,
It
but
just-
like she's.
Yeah, she's just really good.
Yeah.
She
She's
pays
really
really good
good.
attention. She really listens well, which not
She
everyone does.
Yeah.
True.
Huh?
What?
God damn it.
Love you more. No?
I don't think you said he loved you.
So I think that
You don't think anybody loves me?
I'm
What?
pretty sure that Scooty is up for nomination for Secretary of Scooting around. I don't know. He's just
Secretary
picking
of
up
getting
departments.
down.
I think so.
I think.
Yeah.
That's not what it was.
So is Scooty
Yeah.
taking over the Kennedy Center now too? Like, is
Well,
that
I
what's
got
happening?
once you told me that, I got my
That's
commemorative Kennedy Center
There you
cup
go.
from when I.
Hey.
Force them out in memoriam.
I'm
because
I'm
it's
gonna
not
pour
be
some
good
out.
for
Push
Hold
them
on,
out
hold
into
on.
your face. Yeah.
Yeah, into
Yeah,
your face
it's
directly.
just
That's the
Directly.
only solution. Put it in your face.
Well, they call it a solution for a reason.
It's the final solution.
Final solution, yep.
No, but if you keep using it, it will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
It's poisson. Delicious, delicious poisson.
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 That drink is.
Underage.
Never
Do
trust
not
a
listen to
big
that
butt
song.
and a smile.
Do not listen to that song now. There's a whole like spoken part in the middle. It is not okay.
so you
Go
know
ahead,
how we
Krista.
started this
Yeah.
live stream talking about the underage girls.
Did
and the
anybody
wealthy
live
men?
stream explain the earlier part to Rebecca?
I don't think we need to.
We don't
but
need
if
to.
you want
Like, I
to
think
rehash it for a third time on stream, that's cool.
That's okay. I'm not worth it. Don't rehash for me.
I think it speaks for itself. Just like rich guys and underage girls.
I would have told
Oh,
you,
I
but
mean,
they didn't-
enough
they
said.
won't allow it.
Yeah, we know. It's everywhere.
No, I think he
Hello?
was talking about the tech issues and stuff.
Huh? Farts?
What?
Yeah, and I go into the other room and and I'm like, and I look at the 13-year-old, go, yeah, buddy, and farts? He goes, yes, Dad, farts.
Yes, Dad.
I've been done.
Sure, Dad. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one who likes me.
He does.
Yeah,
He loves
well,
you.
you know.
He'll get over it. They all
Yeah.
will. Her too.
I don't know. I've been around since 1998. I haven't gotten
I
over it
know.
yet.
You
Yeah,
look.
but eventually one of us
You
will
don't look a
die.
day over. Been around since 1999.
She's wasted her entire adult life on me. It's a sunk cost fallacy at this point. She's like, I may as well. Guys, he has the keys to the car. I may as fuck.
We talked about how you're basically the trophy husband because she's the capable one.
That's not
I'm
right.
just pretty much used to it. It's not-
That's not it.
it's
That's
not
that's
that.
how we got into the talk about like
Weapons?
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, to be fair,
To be fair,
you saw the picture of the nice young Latin man.
Yes,
who
that nice young
She
gentleman.
first met.
She must have been confused.
It all fell to shit so quickly. Ugh. Their pictures like 3 years later. Although when we got together, I was very thin, and she decided that was not okay. And she made so much food. And I think I put on like 40 pounds in 3 months. Like it was a lot. It was really. Although I will say that weight at like 26 was fine. It's like my back doesn't hurt anymore. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Later, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like a lot
remember-
of things, it works when you're a certain age and then it
Yeah.
stops working
Most
really
things.
fast.
Everything stops working.
Yeah.
When
it's-
I hit the elder one with a little too much of a truth bomb because my hearing is still very good, and he said something and I said, oh yeah, and he went, you heard that? And I said, yeah, buddy, my hearing's about the only thing that works anymore. And he's like,
Chris can hear the grass grow. It's
unfortunately,
impressive.
it's problematic. I used to have to like have earplugs in to sleep because otherwise I would hear the heater kick on 3 floors down through closed doors through the floor. It's not fun. Like I wish I had used earplugs less when I was younger. Now it's like could have.
You be like me.
Shave a bit off. Yeah, you're deaf
I
as
can't
shit.
hear anything.
Yeah, I know.
Like what?
So
you
Chris,
know
if you like put a blindfold on, could you go out and fight crime?
Maybe.
I think you have too much fear, actually.
I'm deeply fear.
I don't know, maybe like anxiety.
Yes, I'm very anxious. I don't think I'm fearful, but I'm very anxious.
I think it would be more of, wait, am I gonna have to talk to the criminal?
I don't know.
Can they come here and I'll beat them up?
Daredevil usually just emerges from the shadows and punches someone too many times, and then gets really exhausted, and then the guy gets back up, and then he has to punch him some more times. And this usually all takes place in a hallway.
In a hallway. I rewatched that recently.
That was
I'm
good.
like, yeah. I enjoy that. I don't know why he did the thing where he ran up the wall to punch him if he's tired. Like,
But you know what?
It looked cool.
I liked when he did it.
Well, isn't that I've never actually seen it, but isn't that like a kind of an homage slash rip off of the
Raid?
No, not the Raid. Something before that. It's the one they remade it. Spike Lee remade it with he remade it with Thanos.
Old Boy.
Old Boy. That's the one. No, it's Old Boy.
I said that already.
No, I'm sorry. It's Old Boy.
It's very good.
And
he eats that octopus.
The original or the remake?
Oh, I heard the remake was hot garbage. Also, it's Thanos and Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I like her.
I like her too. Apparently, the movie's not very good. Spike Lee did that?
Yeah, he's not.
He shouldn't have done that.
He's not great at movieing.
You have opinions about people, and that's fine.
I really dislike the movie he made with Clive Owen. It's fucking Clive Owen. How do you get that wrong? But Inside Man, I did not like.
Yeah, but you didn't like The Matrix either, so that's fine.
Well, yeah, because
and you haven't seen Jurassic Park. I mean, just like your movie choices.
I've seen parts of it from the ILM documentary. You should really check it out. It's very good.
He's walked in the room a few times as I was watching it with Alexander.
It's a good movie.
Littlest White Girl. I've never seen any of the Jurassic Park movies.
I've seen it. I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies.
How was that?
How was it?
How was
Like,
that?
I liked
How was that
I
as
liked
an experience?
I liked the experience. The first one's the best one because it's like.
I thought you didn't do those kinds of things because you don't.
I do those sorts of things.
Oh, okay.
I've seen a lot of things.
I know, motherfucker. You don't know me. I know.
Am I current and like watching the latest thing? No. Usually I'm like way behind unless someone force feeds me media. So like I'm very open. If someone's like, like when Jules is like, hey, let's watch this show. I'm game. I enjoy a good show. And I watch movies and stuff and enjoy them, but yeah, I'm not gonna like seek it out on my own. Like when I'm here by myself, like I may not turn on my TV for weeks. I'll just like watch casual like Hulu stuff while I'm doing dishes sometimes. But
yes,
but anyways, I have seen Jurassic Parks, all of them, and I love them.
Yeah.
But the first one is my favorite.
Good.
I don't doubt it. I mean, Spielberg gives as good a movie as there is. I just never got to it. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm good, I think. But I don't watch a lot. Take away superhero movies and Star Wars movies, and I don't really watch like blockbuster things.
Do you like the Godzilla movies?
Sometimes I got more into them.
I like those.
I got more into them once the younger child got obsessed with them. So, and
that's my fault.
-1 is just amazing.
So it's an incredible film.
It's just so good.
It's so good.
The other ones are like fine and fun popcorn movies.
No,
they're spectacle.
Right?
I
-1
just
is.
think Godzilla is very cute. Like, I really think he's got something going on.
My monster boyfriend.
I will say
he is my monster boyfriend.
There you go. He's a big one. I thought Shin Godzilla was amazing as well.
Didn't
as
see
a
it.
movie. Oh, very good. Very much.
It was worth your time.
It might depress the shit out of you now because it's basically about how a bureaucracy would handle a fucking kaiju showing up.
Yeah.
That wouldn't really depress
me. It might be too depressing.
Why? Because they're dismantling the administrative state in this country as we speak?
Sure. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, that I guess it's kind of quaint that they're actually
Right. Actually trying to address a national, global / global crisis.
To answer your question specifically about the Godzilla movies, the American MonsterVerse ones, I enjoy for a very specific reason because, like in 2021, where you could just kind of start poking your head out, they would do this thing where you could rent a little movie theater for like $100,
cool.
and we watched Kong Godzilla or Godzilla Kong.
Godzilla
it was for one of the
versus
boys.
Kong.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla v Kong. Dawn
Yeah,
of
that's what it
Monster
was.
Justice.
Dawn of Monsterverse.
Yeah, Dawn of
Yeah.
Monsterverse. Much better.
It
but
was.
we
It was
rented
Alexander's
that.
birthday.
Yeah, we rented
Yeah.
that for him, and we went in, and this is 4 years ago, so they're much younger. I get to tell this story because it's my story. I don't get to tell my story. I want to tell my story. Can I tell my story? Hey,
Let the white man tell
thank
his
you
story.
so much.
It's gotta tell a story.
Finally,
That's
a
so
white man.
once.
I can't say it enough.
So much.
Stop
Finally, a white man
silencing
gets
the
to
white
tell a
man,
story
Okay?
on the internet.
Goodness.
Ugh.
The
Although,
patriarchy is suppressed.
I'll log in.
is.
I'll log off in a minute, so the three of you can be on here, and it'll be the only thing on the internet that doesn't have a white dude on it.
I mean, I
That
am
was like-
littlest white girl. I feel
Yeah.
like I probably
Although,
also should
last
be
time when
around.
I logged off, and it was Rowan, Jules, and Joylene, there was a very different program entirely, and I'm sure much better because I wasn't here to mess it up.
Your
but-
words.
Yeah, my words that are true. So we rent Godzilla v Kong, Kong v Godzilla, whatever, and and I'm waiting, and we're like eating popcorn, and we're masked, and we're watching, and I'm waiting for it, and he does like the big build up, and he does the atomic breath, but we're in the theater, so the place is fucking shaking from it,
And it's just us.
and I just go,
Nice.
yeah, we're the only 4 people in there, and I go, yeah, and they both look at me. They look over like, can we do that? And I'm like, yeah. So they go, yeah. So
That's awesome.
I would never say it's a good movie, but it
it's
might be
fun.
my favorite
It's
movie
fun.
theater
your favorite
experience
of
ever.
course.
It's
That's
so
so
much
cool.
fun.
So to answer your question, yeah, I like those movies.
Happy
just
memories.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
My favorite.
One of 4.
Oh.
I was a
Joylene,
monster
sorry, go
kid
ahead.
growing up, so like I love all the Godzilla movies. Even when you got into like it's a rubber suit and it's
Yeah.
the cheesiest crap on the face of the earth.
The,
Well, there's
uh,
some really cheesy ass stuff.
The
yeah.
younger child has the poster of the original, I think it's 1964, Kong versus Godzilla, where it's actually, and the picture I think is just a still
It's
of
amazing.
Kong spinning him by his tail.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the
it's-
classic.
it's-
That's the
It's
classic
amazing.
scene.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. But
It's
the
crazy.
original
Yeah.
movie is crazy good. Like
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh,
It's-
Godzilla.
1954.
It's
Yeah.
right after.
How many
It's-
years
Hiroshima
after the
and
bomb?
Nagasaki.
9
Like, think about it.
years.
Fuck. You want to
My
talk about just
God.
you want to
is
just
a
talk about
country-
national trauma.
Yeah, like that is somebody working through
And
what
they still
just
are.
happened.
They still fucking are.
Would you?
Legit,
Yeah.
the fact that they are an
Yeah.
ally now, we bullied them into that shit. We were basically just like,
yeah.
you're
They
gonna
were
be
like-
our fucking ally, or hey, you remember Hiroshima?
Well, you know, he just kept following me around and kept following me around. So finally, it really has that kind of vibe to it.
It's not cool.
not cool. But yeah, it's weird that those
But that movie's
movies
amazing.
got so silly when the
Yeah, where
beginnings
they
of it are
started
so
as-
upsetting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a meditation on trauma, which like
It is.
-1 is that.
so good.
It's that.
so good.
It's a fucking.
Rebecca,
It's
did
a
you say
drama.
You saw that
It
or
is.
did not saw that? You did saw
Yeah.
that. Did you enjoy
Yeah.
sawing that?
I did enjoy sawing it and
So
seeing
good.
it and all the things, all the tenses. I
Yeah.
And
enjoyed
all
Man,
of the fucking the
when
posters for that.
the first time he charges up that fucking atomic breath and the little things with the plates on his back go
So
and then it just
great.
goes, oh man, it's so cool.
Adam, gear it up.
It's
And he's
so
I'm
he's
waiting
so
for it.
mean.
I'm
He's
waiting
so
for it.
mean.
Yeah,
He's such a
Godzilla's
fucking
an
asshole.
asshole.
He
He's
just like
such
rolls
an
up on a
asshole.
city and it's just like, I don't even
these
have to
guys.
be here.
Yeah.
I just
It's
want to
bad
fuck your
that I
shit up.
cheer
Yeah.
for Godzilla, and like I'm waiting for it, and like when I hear the noise, that like Godzilla
That
noise,
noise that
and
they've
I'm
used.
just like,
It's so
Like I turn into like an anime character. Like my eyes like
Yeah,
she
trickle
get
does.
real
She
good.
it makes her
inside, so they
so
get, like, the little
fucking happy.
stars. I
That
I am
that movie
extremely
and
happy.
Shin Godzilla very much worth your time. I'm not
Yeah,
going to say
I'll
it's
give it.
better than
it
minus
a
one,
tug.
but it is close.
I can't see how it could be.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's
not,
different,
but it's good.
It's different, but it's
I mean, especially because of like, and I don't even want to call it slop, but it is kind of slop. The American Godzilla
oh
movies.
no, they're garbage.
It's
they're
slop.
fun.
Popcorn.
Yeah,
But it's
Popcorn
fun.
movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The
I like
first,
popcorn.
I think Kong Skull Island is easily the best one.
Yeah, that
That's
was
a good
good.
one.
Because
Oh,
it's
the-
just
what's the King of Monsters one was pretty good, wasn't it?
King of
Yeah,
Monsters.
that was pretty good.
Pretty good.
I
It wasn't
think
as
that's
good
the
as some of
weak.
the other ones.
I think that's to me that's the
Is
weakest
it-
one.
is it
Yeah,
good?
it wasn't the best, but it was.
Which
But
one is
I-
the one where Bryan Cranston just eats it like in
The
the
first
first
one.
15 minutes?
First one.
It's the
Yeah.
first one. The first one's the best Godzilla movie as a movie.
of those
It maybe
ones, yeah.
maybe it's not the most fun, but it's the best like movie.
Yeah.
It's the best looking.
It is.
It's like, and there's only like 17 minutes of Godzilla, if that, in the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Sure.
It's like 2+ hours.
I will say the aforementioned at one point kaiju obsessed child has his different kaiju figures annexed by how good they are, like Bandai and like these different ones of like he'll have things of like the
like
original one
quality or like
yeah,
yeah.
like the companies.
oh
The
not
companies that
not
made
like
it.
alignment. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
No,
we're telling
this
you,
will
it's
be like
is this
stuff from real ones from like Bandai and like
is
the
this
manufacturers,
Toho's, like,
Toho,
official-
like, and then he has the MonsterVerse stuff. Like he has the good ones like up on a shelf high where he sees its eye level.
expensive.
The fucking MonsterVerse is like down on a bottom shelf, off to the side, back. Like fuck you, American version is
It's
really
Hasbro. It's crap.
yeah.
He wants the really good stuff. Like so in defense of King of All Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
as a
Had the most monsters in it.
it had the most monsters in it. So like
Bunch
as
of
a
monsters.
lifelong Godzilla fan, like seeing the newer versions of
Yeah, that's cool.
the crappy
That's cool.
renditions
King
Yeah,
of
that is
Ghidorah,
true.
monsters
Mothra,
I enjoyed
Rodan, all of
like,
that.
was
the
amazing.
When
was
Mothra
that?
showed up, I didn't
I
think that was
lost
going to
it.
happen. Yeah,
I
that was
so
rad.
excited. Well, Mothra was always my favorite.
It's like,
Of
oh
all-
shit,
of
it's
all
Doctor
those.
Strange. Yeah, it's like I know.
Yeah.
just-
There's
Oh, look
like
at the
a-
portals.
The
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Godzilla Kong one, I can never remember which way it goes. But anyway,
you got it right.
He was super
that
fun.
one when they did the Mecha King Ghidorah, all
Mega
that shit.
Godzilla.
It
Yeah.
was Mecha Godzilla.
No. Oh no, I thought they did.
No,
the
King
DJI.
Ghidorah's
They-
is the Hydra.
They used the skull, the skull, the DNA of
King Ghidorah.
the middle
Absolutely
head.
right, nerd.
And but they made it into a Godzilla shape.
Mech. Yeah.
Yeah. That I mean, and then Brian Tyree Henry's character podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Paperboy has got a podcast. This is
Paperboy
an
is
alternate
like
the
universe.
same actor.
Yes. What?
And he's got,
I
like,
have
the
I hadn't
bleach,
seen. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen the movie, so I didn't.
He's in the last 3 of them. Yeah.
I
'Cause
didn't pay very
he was
close
in the new
attention
one.
to those movies.
He was in the new one too, I think. The one with
Right.
with
Oh my God,
with
was that
Legion in
horrible.
it.
Jesus Christ.
The new one was fine. It wasn't
fine.
it wasn't any worse than
It was
the
worse.
fucking King of the Monsters.
It was worse.
I mean, like, it's not like we're talking Planet of the Apes.
I like when Planet of the
I
Apes.
like the new Planet of the Apes movie.
they're all
except the last one.
no. The last one's good.
One.
The last
I
one
liked the
took
last
too
one.
long.
The
Took
last
too long.
one, they
It's too
know what
long.
they wanted to do.
It
Like,
took
if
too
they
long.
turned it into 2 movies, it would have been better. It was just. They took a
Yeah,
while
I
to
don't.
get to the
I don't
point.
think they knew if they were gonna get another one, and so I
Yeah.
feel like they tried to cram too much stuff. I think the
They
next
did.
one will be better
I hope so.
and probably hopefully shorter
What a
because
wonderful day.
they're gonna have a
Anyway.
couple more. I like
Yeah.
I like that they went a different direction than because it would have been really easy in the first movie, the James Franco one. It's a shame he died
Yeah.
right after that
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
and then we didn't find anything else out about him. It's a shame about all that. But anyway, before James Franco died, in real life and in canonically in the Planet of
Yeah,
the
and all
Apes
the weird
movie.
stuff he does with students.
I mean,
yeah.
but he's dead, so it's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
We can still
So-
like his records.
yeah, I can still watch Spider-Man 3. And there's a scene in the background of astronauts going to space for like a long-term mission. and that is the premise of the Charlton Heston
Yes,
Planet
it
of the
is.
Apes, where like, you know, they get lost, they go through a wormhole or some shit, and then they end up on this planet, and then it turns out it's Earth.
There is apparently the original script for the original Planet of the Apes was different and written by Rod Serling. And that script was recently adapted and turned into a graphic novel. And I'm very curious to read that.
I would have loved to have seen
Because
that.
Rod Serling was a writing motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
he could
and Nice
really,
Try Asshole.
man.
Like,
He could really do
that
it.
had to be good.
Him and Roddenberry, man.
Oh
Fuck.
yeah.
Him, well, the both of them using speculative fiction, because he was told Serling had a different show, Playhouse 90.
Yep.
And he wanted to write about these big issues, and the network
Yeah.
said, no, TV's new. We want to give them puppies. And he's like, okay, I have this idea for a show where they do all this crazy shit. And it's called The Twilight Zone. And of course, he addressed all the things he wanted to
Everything.
talk about in The Twilight Zone.
The two of them, absolutely brilliant.
And maybe the only good Chris Hardwick joke ever. He had he had a thing about every Twilight Zone episode basically boils down to "nice try, asshole," which I thought it was pretty solid bit of business.
Like you die and like you love to read and all you ever want to do is read and you die and it's you have this library but your glasses are broken.
Yeah.
Nice try, asshole.
There is a very funny Futurama bit. It's a running gag in the show where it's called The Scary Door. Look, hey, what's that in the corner? A mouse? Yes, but then the mouse is a spider, and the spider's laying eggs, and the eggs are all you. Where are you going? Well, you'll have to open the scary door.
It must have been Billy West doing the voice.
Oh yes, of course. And so then one of the
Mel
scenarios,
Blanc, Billy West,
where one of the scenarios was that where like the world ended and he was the only man left on Earth, and then he's like, oh, finally, I have so much time to read, and then his glasses fall off, and then they break. It's like, oh no, my glasses, and then his eyes fall out,
right,
and then his arms fall off, and then his nose and his tongue.
The younger child went through a Futurama thing where he watched absolutely every episode, and sometimes I'd be interested and sometimes I wouldn't. So every once in a while I walked through it. I'm pretty sure I walked through the room when that happened.
Yeah,
like
that's
I remember the
funny.
glasses
There
eyes.
are moments.
Yeah,
Here and there.
but you know, I think he saved all his best jokes for The Simpsons and then ran out of all his best jokes.
I mean, there's some. Oh, come on, down here we can make this happen. I mean, there are moments.
But that writer got like kicked off the show the next season. Like,
I mean, the
it's
next
like,
season
too-
was not
it's
nearly
too
as
smart.
good.
It's
You're
too
right.
good. You gotta go. You're
No,
making
I
it
mean
look
the man
bad.
himself. I don't mean like his writing staff.
No,
I
all
mean
of his
like,
best jokes are in Life is Hell, his comic strip that he did with Bongo.
I'll take your word for it, bud.
We have it
never
on the
read it?
shelf.
No. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I'll
over
get.
there. It's over
We have it
here.
on the bookshelf. There you go.
Hey, I have proven that I know where you live, so I can.
Oh, hold on. Yep, I'm just getting. Hold on. Scooty has been confirmed
Uh-oh.
As what?
About time.
as
That's good.
apparently Secretary of. I think it's the Department of Scooting Around.
Secretary of Getting
Transportation.
Down. Secretary
No,
of Getting Down.
they've
There you
changed
go.
it.
It's a brand new one. Brand
It's
new
the Department of Scooting Around.
Scooting around.
It's a
Okay.
different thing. Yeah.
It's like Doge. It's brand new. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
there's-
We need
the
a
whole-
bunch of new departments because the other ones were just working too well,
They were.
and we needed like new blood.
Yeah.
They were just like cracking with it. You know,
So
just
efficient. They're just
amazing.
like, we need some more.
Have you?
Yeah.
Now I know that Jules is not a documentary person, and Joylene, you've already seen it with me. Rebecca, are you aware of a documentary called "I Know That Voice"?
No.
What's
It's,
it
I'm
about?
aware of
it's
that
spec-
documentary.
It's specific. Yeah, but you don't watch documentaries.
I do
It's
watch
really good.
documentaries
No,
when
you
I
don't. You're
watch
not a doc boy.
when I watch documentaries.
When
When
you
I
watch
do
Know that
watch
voice? Is that what it's
documentaries.
called?
Yeah.
I know
Uh,
that voice.
I know that
yeah,
voice.
it's
It's about
great.
voice actors.
Yeah, it's specifically
Ah.
it's produced by John
Cool.
DiMaggio, who among other things was the voice of Bender.
When you don't feel like reading.
American
Great.
Treasure.
I'm glad there's no latency there.
Nope, none whatsoever. We did it at the same time. I can
Same
hear
time. We did it at the
I
same
heard
time.
it.
Time,
I
same
heard
time.
it was
time,
beautiful.
time, same.
Yeah.
Time.
It is
Same time.
a remarkably sweet documentary.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, like, you have like your nerdy moments like, oh my gosh, that's who that does that voice, and like seeing them do it.
I'm
is
pretty
always
sure
kinda
it's on
fun.
Prime.
I bet I could name 10 people
easily.
featured in that movie.
You could.
I'm sure
Oh,
you
you haven't
could.
seen it?
No.
It's really good.
Yeah,
No,
you don't watch.
I remember
documentaries.
when it came out because DiMaggio and a bunch, and I think like Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche, and they were doing the rounds about the movie, and so they went on Nerdist and they went on probably Pardo or something else.
DiMaggio showed up on Jay Moore's podcast, and that was amazing.
More stories.
The two
he
of
was
them
great.
together is
It's
hilarious.
so fucking funny because at one point DiMaggio was in a comedy duo called Red Johnny and the Round Guy. I'm not kidding. So he did stand up for a while, and he's really fucking funny.
Yeah,
and the two of them together, it was delightful.
Come on, Flames.
It's hilarious. But that documentary is really good.
I've watched it a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah, like
so much
you
fun.
know it's good when you like watch it multiple times. Kind of like the Richie Blackmore one. I don't care if you like Deep Purple or Richie Blackmore, anything he's ever done. It doesn't matter.
He is the greatest guitar player that
ever.
Nobody's heard of because he is such an unpleasant man. He's hilarious, but he's so unpleasant.
He's universally
he was decades ahead of his time. You listen to him play
streets ahead.
Nobody sounded
so good.
He was so far ahead of his time playing wise. I'm like, why don't people talk? Oh, then he speaks. Like he's hilarious, but he's so unpleasant. He's like, and he's talking in the middle of things. He's like, Bruce Springsteen, never got him. Anyway, and then he goes into his story.
Friggin' hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like.
It's so much fun. You can watch it on YouTube. Just Richie Blackmore documentary. It is.
He's such an asshole in the best possible way. It's so entertaining. I'm like, I can rewatch that over and
We've watched it 5 or 6
again.
times. It was something we watched during shutdown.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. It's so like, much fun.
You know you are just like the prickliest asshole on the planet when Brian May is struggling to say something nice about you.
Yeah,
and he's
Brian
like
May, the nicest man
ever.
in music, and Blackmore,
great writer.
He's like Brian. He's like Brian May. He's like he's a bit tall, but I guess that's not his fault.
Yeah, and he's like his best friend, and it's just it's hilarious just listening.
Brian May, great writer. Did he write a book?
Yeah.
He can do anything.
The Secret Life of Jim. Look it up. Can't prove me wrong. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I don't have a book by him. I do still have my Starlix VHS tape of his instructional video.
It's on the bookshelf over there.
Yep. And it is not good. Yea, though I love Brian May. He didn't know what to do. So he's basically, here's how you play this Queen song. Here's how you play this Queen song. Then he has a looper pedal, a delay pedal where
I have that.
Like, you have a looper pedal?
I have a loop pedal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So who gives a fuck?
That was a great contribution there, Jules.
You have a loop pedal.
Well, I can't do it like he does it, but it's not a good like instructional video, but it's fun to watch.
What is some of the instruction he gives you?
He shows you how to play different Queen songs.
Well, that sounds helpful if that's what you want to do.
If that's what you want to do, he will do that.
Is that what you want to do? Which Queen songs?
I don't know how deep. I don't know how deep your knowledge is of the oeuvre, so I don't know.
I know some.
Yeah.
I love Queen.
Well, it's some of those, and then some ones you probably don't know.
Okay.
No, I freaking love Queen. I love bombast.
They're my
great.
favorites.
Just like the more bombastic, the happier I am.
The drama.
Oh no! Like it's like cheek and batshit, and I love.
That's what I mean
about it.
About
like,
the over the top
Yeah.
archness of it.
It's
It's
funny that they hit here.
They
and
don't
just,
half-ass.
Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury is my favorite singer of all
Usually
time.
the arch thing doesn't work in
Oh
America.
no!
Like
just-
Robbie Williams, for example. Nothing.
No, Freddie was
Well,
something
but-
else.
Stadium jokes
But-
everywhere
Yes.
else.
But he has that movie where he's a chimp.
That died a death here. He just nothing. Just nothing.
But I do find Robbie Williams really entertaining.
I love
for
Robbie
the fact
Williams.
that he does weird shit like that. Like,
You know what I would
That's
say
what
to
he decided
Robbie
to do.
Williams if he's waiting to break in America? I'd say, have a little patience. That's a Take That song.
wow.
Did
might
you
be the only
really
person
do
in
a
America
Take
that knows
That
that
song?
Yeah, I heard it on a plane once.
There you go. Were you
That's
flying?
all you need.
Like,
Although,
someplace
unlike
outside of America?
a lot
Yeah.
of those groups,
Yeah, actually.
I think it's.
Yeah, I was going to
I
Jamaica.
know the name of another
Yeah.
guy in Take That. Gary
No, you-
Barlow
What?
wrote their hits. That one of the guys, it's basically like J.C. Chavez or whatever his name is, writing
NSYNC?
like all the NSYNC songs. You know, like one guy in that group wrote all of their hits.
You know another member of Take
I know who wrote the songs. Yes. I can't. Did you just snort?
I
Nerd
did.
alert.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Nerd alert.
wow.
I'll say. But
Well, I mean, like,
and yet I
he's
don't
a
know any of their
big
songs.
nerd.
Exterminate the nerd! Exterminate!
Oh, we just finished
Oh,
the
exterminate.
Prison Planet episode.
Heaven sent.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
And Alexander's like, whoa.
So good.
I'm like,
Next
yeah,
one's good
good.
too.
Yeah.
They're all good. I mean, like, I
Yeah.
love Capaldi.
That
like,
season is
my
like
favorite.
they
It's so
finally
good.
gave him something to do.
Oh yeah.
He's my
Like
favorite.
at first they're like, what do we do
It's
with him?
fine.
And then, like, they
It
let
was
him loose.
really hit or miss.
There were good
There's like
things.
3 or 4 episodes in the 8th season that I like, and then the rest I kind of just tolerate.
I
But the
can't
9th
remember,
season,
Rebecca, do you Doctor Who at all?
I've never seen it.
Doctor
You need
what?
TV
Doctor
show. It's
Who.
very good. Yeah, that'll do. That
Dr.
tossed off
Wynn?
joke.
Huh? Doctor How?
Doctor.
What?
Doctor why?
What?
No, Doctor what?
What?
Doctor what? Doctor
Dr.
do
However.
what now?
One of my favorite tossed off
Dr.
jokes in
Who?
there is Doctor what? Yeah, that'll do. And he just goes on with
Yep.
his day.
Yeah,
That was very entertaining.
No,
A lot of
love
those.
Doctor Who.
a lot of those jokes.
Yeah.
I liked the Christmas special. Except it ended with
special's
Jesus,
always
which was
fun.
which was very hokey
Why don't I remember the Jesus part?
because it was very hokey and forgettable. But the
It's
rest of the
the-
show,
Is it the Nick Frost one?
no,
No, it's a girl.
the one that just
is-
came out.
Like she's the star of Bethlehem. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's very goofy and silly. But
Yeah.
the Time Hotel bit that
Yeah.
was fun.
Oh, I like
liked
the
that.
Time
Yeah.
Hotel very much.
I like
okay,
that. Yeah,
I thought you were talking about one of his, not.
Yeah, that one. Like she Joy
Right.
becomes the star of Bethlehem
yeah,
Okay.
at the very
Yeah, the
end.
Joy stuff I don't.
yeah. It was silly. It was
It was
silly.
silly.
I like her.
Well,
very
she's like a
likable.
massive star now after Bridgerton. Like everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, we gotta get her in something.
Yeah, Bridgerton
Uh,
and Dairy Girls. Like she's
I like her in
Oh, I
that
heard
too.
Dairy Girls was really
It's
good.
Dairy
really
Girls is really
good.
fun. It's
really
just
funny.
the spoiler alert. The show ends with Chelsea Clinton. That's not
It
a
does.
joke.
That's true.
It
does.
just
Really?
ends with
It does.
Chelsea Clinton, and I'm like, oh, I wish
Just
you didn't
there?
do that.
And they're so
Yeah.
excited about it. But like, think about like the time.
I
Like, when this was
know,
supposed
I
to
know,
be.
especially I know, and
Yeah.
just, but like, it came out in 2023. Like
Right,
we know,
but the time it was
I
placed
know.
in.
right? I no, I know, but
Yeah.
like, but it was a 2023 thing anyway. It's fine. It's fine.
They
It's
were
fine.
excited.
I
It's,
know it's
I-
great, and they were children,
the
and
show
they
was
didn't know
delightful.
about Bill. They didn't know the
No, they
planes he
didn't.
got on, who his friends were. They didn't know
we're-
about that.
but we're
They
not
didn't
talking
know
about
what he
that.
liked to do with
We're not talking about the other
cigars.
stuff. Yeah, we're not.
Oh
nah.
fuck.
It's a shame about the other stuff, but it's also
It
a shame
is.
about the
Yeah,
the
it's
main
just a
stuff.
shame.
Everything.
It's just.
It's
It's
kind
a
of just a
shame.
shame.
Everything.
It's a
All of
shameful
it.
situation.
Just all of it is a shame.
Yeah.
But the show is.
But the
really
show
freaking
itself
entertaining.
is incredible. It's really
Yeah.
good. It's very funny. It's very consistent. The characters are really
I
quirky and weird.
in a
I,
wonderful way. Like
I love the grandpa who
Rebecca,
the,
any thoughts?
Or watch
Not
it.
at the moment. You keep going. I don't want to.
The
I know I already
the
interrupt
nun,
a lot.
like
Quick
the
question.
one,
Oh my God, Sister Michael.
Sister Michael is like
Hey,
the
Rebecca?
treasure of that show.
Yeah.
Like
Is there any
she's
chance
everything.
we might get a song out of you before it gets to be too late, or have we missed our chance?
I think we've missed our
we
window.
might have missed our chance.
Motherfuck.
I think any time past 11 with neighbors, I've found they get
Yeah.
ornery.
That's fair. We could just talk about Dairy Girl. Like me
You
and Joel
could
could
play
just
in
talk
our
about Dairy Girls.
driveway. There's some snow, but otherwise.
Let me
Could I
just
c-
give me 6 hours or so,
Yeah,
and I'll be right there.
right there.
Whereabouts are you again, Rebecca? You don't have to give
I'm in Silver
specifics.
Spring.
Okay. Yeah, more like 7.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's
just
not
give
so
me
hard.
about
7,
an
a
hour
cool
from.
7.5
It was about
hours.
an
No
hour.
problem.
We worked in Silver Spring for far too long, and from Silver Spring to North Baltimore, where we lived,
About an
was about an
hour.
hour without traffic.
Got it.
Mm.
And there was
Is there
always
ever
traffic.
a time where there's not traffic?
No.
We
Yeah.
went through
I
2
don't
different
think
Yeah, right
so.
now.
drivers.
Well, yeah, maybe
No,
right
that's
now,
not true.
but not
Like,
always.
We used to
Yeah.
come
Not
home from
always.
Christians at like 2 in the morning, and there would be traffic.
Yeah, like I don't think
It's
we've
pretty
ever
stupid how much
driven
traffic there is.
without
It
traffic.
depends on whether or not there's construction.
I
You know?
like how
Mhm.
she just like, it's pretty stupid how much traffic there is, and just
I'm out.
drop the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
Bye.
Like I drove to Rob's thing today, which is like
Ooh.
right. So the exit on off of the Beltway is right before Virginia, and usually that gets really choked up. But today
Mhm.
I was driving. It was like 12:30 or 1 or
Oh, yeah.
whatever, and I mean I got there in like 20 minutes. It
Really?
was-
It's
yeah,
weird
yeah,
when
it's
you
great.
get like those zombie Tokyo moments. Like you're
Mm.
just like cruising.
Oh, but like the entire state was like readying for weather, which meant like everybody was like hiding in your house.
Did you
Oh yeah,
get any
nobody
weather?
knew that
Precipitation.
wasn't actually going to happen.
Yeah,
and then it
Didn't
didn't
happen
happen.
for you guys?
No.
No,
It
there's
started
nothing.
it started like getting a little icy when we were leaving.
We got some warnings here. As we're driving home, it started to
got
get
it.
heavy. But again,
Yeah.
it's here. So
well, I
nobody
haven't
gives a
looked out. I
shit.
haven't looked
We always
outside in
get
a few
snow.
hours, so
Yeah,
maybe it's
like
changed.
I knew like from all like the warnings, like take your time, drive slow. I'm like, oh, they're shutting down the state just because somebody mentioned
Yeah.
weather.
I miss a lot of things
I don't miss
about Baltimore. I don't miss the Mid-Atlantic Panic.
The
That
Mid-Atlantic
was-
Panic was my least favorite thing. I mean, like the traffic always sucked too. Like there, once in a blue moon, you would get like 50 going into DC would be clear, or like Greenbelt, but it was like if you missed it by 30 seconds, you were in gridlock.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I don't miss having to drive through 2 rush hours to get to work every day.
Yeah, I remember when we
No.
went back to visit
That's
one
terrible.
time in the before times, and it was like 12:30,
Mhm.
not at night, like 12:30,
Afternoon.
yeah, in the afternoon, and we're in bumper to bumper stop traffic on the Beltway. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And there wasn't a crater at the end of it or
not
anything. It was
just normal.
6 too many cars.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
lunch.
Yeah, it was just lunch. Like I remember, like I was at a work thing. We were in West Virginia, God help us, and for some reason, because you know corporate America, we're cheap, we drove, and we're on our way back to Erie, and like we hit that delightful traffic.
Don't move your head around, man. Your camera's doing the
Is
thing.
it is it
weird.
the is it the 68 traffic? Is that what you hit?
Oh,
Like
we
the
hit
traffic getting
everything.
onto
We
68?
hit 95. We hit everything because eventually we made it over to 95.
Because
to head
I've
up north.
seen y'all's offices in West Virginia, or at least I've seen like so many billboards when I'm
Oh yeah,
closing in to where you guys is like. I guess it must be the place. Like, do you guys go like through Cumberland
hmm
to get? Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
so that's
so,
how
like,
that's how I come to if I'm because I have this place I play in West Virginia.
Is that the only place you go in West Virginia for money?
they go there for
Anywhere I go in West
free.
Virginia, I'm going there for money. But
Yeah, like I had to
but
go for work.
yeah, but presently this is the only thing that I'm doing there. Yeah, but so when I it's called the Purple Fiddle, and when I drive back, when I drive there, I take 66 out, and then to like whatever the fuck else, 81 and blah blah
Yep.
blah blah blah. But coming to because I've had to several times. The last time through a fucking snowstorm, which
You
was
got to
really
drive through
fun.
the national forest to get where you were going.
How do you do driving in snow? But you have a Subaru, so
I
at least
do
there's that.
so like physically the car is fine. I'm not worried about spinning out, even though there were like some
Mm.
shaky, and then like a lot of the time, like for like about maybe 45 minutes, it was like whiteout conditions. And like that was on 68 coming out of Cumberland or going into Cumberland and like coming out through the panhandle of Maryland.
Okay.
I think I go through the George Washington National Forest.
Yeah. So like, I
Yeah.
remember we drove through. It was nighttime.
Yeah,
and,
it was
you know, like,
nighttime.
I'm with folks from here,
Mm-hmm.
and like I swear to you, like every kind of wildlife that could possibly exist came out to meet us on the road. And like we were like kissing the ground by the time we got to the stupid hotel. Because like, you know, the folks I'm with, we had dense fog that you couldn't see through. We had frogs, which was fun.
Hey,
Like it felt like they were raining on the car.
I like frogs.
We had
They're cool.
cattle
Exodus
coming
8 and 9,
into the
baby.
road. Like
What?
usually
Cattle?
Cattle. Yeah, like bulls, cows. Like it was insane.
Oh,
It was like the craziest trip.
I experienced no such.
I have
No
driven
such.
all over the Eastern
And yet.
Seaboard. I have never experienced anything like that until I had to go to West Virginia. I'm like, I'm never coming back.
Was Noah there?
I'm
Did
sure.
his
It
his
felt
ark
like it.
run aground?
You would think, but like it was just pea soup fog. So and then frogs everywhere. I'm like, what?
I
It
don't.
was a
I
locust.
d-
It was nuts.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say
It
it's like
was
your personal plague.
bizarre. Like we brought the plagues with us. I think.
You
when
know
we go
that
visit
locust
the other
shit
officers.
happened in
It's
America,
real. Yeah.
like in like the 1800s,
Wiped out all the
like
crops.
the late 1800s. There was like a cloud of locusts,
Mhm.
1,000 miles long.
Wow.
Yep.
Just
Like-
devastated. Like there were people just shooting at the sky,
Jesus,
and it was like
fuck.
just
When did that
clouds
happen?
of locusts. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
and
you
you'd
need to
see like
set
a whole
fires,
form, and then that's what they would do. They just had
Yep.
giant fires going,
the smoke
and
to
the smoke
so
kind
they
of
would
cleared
move.
it out, and
Yeah.
or the light would attract them, and they'd go, and then they just fucking die. But like, just
Yeah.
devastated all of the and like, you know what?
That's a thing.
I think we're
It's-
due. I think given all the shit
Here's hoping.
that's swirling
It's
around,
coming.
you know
Yeah.
what? Maybe that's the kick in the pants we need to really
Plague of locusts.
get this country going.
I'm waiting for the Potomac to just be blood. Like I think that's the
It
sign we
froze
actually
today.
need. Potomac froze.
Like a little tributaries that we were, because we were in
When's the last
Glen
time that
Echo.
happened?
Well, I mean, it happened a few weeks ago when it was like fucking 8 degrees every day.
But like, I
Mhm.
mean, like outside of this year, when was the last time the Potomac froze? Like, it's not
Probably
very often.
probably pre-COVID. It hasn't
Yeah.
been super cold sustained like it was a
Yeah.
few weeks ago.
Yeah,
It was
doesn't-
just like it was colder than a witch's tit on ice.
I can't like I mean like I lived in Baltimore for 23 years and I can't remember the Potomac freezing the entire time I lived in the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not like the whole fucking river froze, but like yeah,
No,
no,
but,
there
like,
are
even
big
pieces of
chunks.
it.
Yeah, big chunks just frozen. Yeah.
That was unusual. I mean, heck, we got married on December 1st and like it was a balmy, lovely autumn day.
Yeah,
But
in
that's
Baltimore.
back in 2001 when everything was
Right,
fine.
you know, when the
yeah.
planet was slightly less
Those were bush bucks. So, you know they were good for it.
Yeah,
Fool me once,
a
shame
mere,
on you. Fool me twice.
Barely 3 months.
Fool me can't get
after
fooled
9/11.
again. I forget
Really?
what's that.
Is a thing that happened.
What?
Were you born yet?
Nothing happened.
Fuck you.
That's not a no.
Yeah,
What?
we
Yeah, no, it's not a no. What?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah. No, that
I
was-
accept.
Okay.
That was some crazy shit, like obviously, but like
Oh, Joylene's from New York, Rebecca,
Yeah.
if you don't know. So
Um,
her
okay.
family came down from New
my
York.
family's like, yeah,
You know.
and it's
Would you say you're walking here, Joylene?
no. Just nobody
Okay.
actually says that.
Back to you.
Just like nobody goes to the Statue of Liberty, nobody goes to Times Square New Year's Eve.
When our
The
band
tourists
played,
do.
when our band played a Power Pop Festival in Brooklyn, I'm like, I'm walking with our rhythm section. I'm like, hey guys, watch me piss Joy Lane off. Wow, look at all the tall buildings. She got so angry.
To be fair,
To be
I mean, there are a lot of tall buildings.
there
If you
are
say
a lot of tall
Williamsburg,
buildings.
Not really.
not in
Not
Brooklyn.
Williamsburg.
No.
I mean,
No.
Like honestly,
There's
no, like it
there's
was.
that building with the advertisement for Peter Luger's Steakhouse on it.
Man,
Yeah.
do I miss the fuck out of being in a place like Brooklyn? It's like, how much vegetarian food would you like? It's all here. Like
Oh
we were
man,
like,
there's
Yeah,
there's
they have
That is the land
everything.
of my
It's so
people.
cool.
there's no shortage of fucking anything
and
Oh,
there's just
in New
yeah,
York.
that's the thing. People are like, it's the greatest place. No, it has the most stuff. Like,
No,
you can
it
have
is. Look,
anything.
it depends on
Good
what you mean by
quality stuff.
great. It's
Yeah.
It's the
greatness.
most.
Right,
It's the
exactly. If
most.
that's what kind of what greatness is. It's the most thing. It is the
The
most
variety.
city.
the American
city.
idea of most of
Yeah,
greatest,
like
sure.
Yeah, supersize me. No,
Well,
but if we're talking about like,
Williamsburg is-
I think it's inarguably the most city, maybe not the most technologically advanced or the cleanest
it's
or
not
the most
Tokyo,
well organized.
like it's
Right.
No, it's not.
Shanghai.
Right,
Yeah.
it's not Tokyo. Right, it's
But
right or Toronto even, but it's like
Mhm.
yeah,
just it's
Toronto's
the most
amazing.
city.
Toronto's
Oh no,
beautiful.
Toronto.
That's what
I wish he was here. Let's forget
Toronto?
it.
he can
Toronto.
correct us. Yeah, like,
No,
but
he
New
never
York-
corrects us. We just say it like which way, and
And then
never
he
tells us.
apologizes.
Yeah, well, I'm so sorry. He didn't
polite
apologize for my
Canadian.
being late. It was hurtful.
Yeah.
But like New York
I'll send
is
him an email.
probably what like we define as city.
Oh, he knows.
You know, but like Williamsburg is actually like where like all these folks over here. Like this is my grandmother and like great grandmothers in that picture. Like that's where they all settled. Like when my great grandparents on my mom's side came from Italy.
And Baltimore is where she settled for this.
Yeah.
So.
And Poland, they all settled in Williamsburg.
Thank you, Jules. Thank you.
That was good.
I know.
But like the weird thing, like we were talking about 9/11 for a second, like when people
What's that?
make up like, oh, I lost somebody and that, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was so grateful that I didn't lose.
And you could have.
And I could have. Like, so my cousin actually worked for Morgan Stanley. The floor where the plane hit. She happened to be on vacation that day. She just took the day off randomly, and all of her coworkers died.
Wow.
Just by like some miraculous happenstance, she decided to take that day off, and so she's alive because of that. I had
Holy
another
fucking
cousin.
shit.
Yeah, I had another
That's crazy.
cousin in one of the other buildings of the World Trade Center who actually got out in time.
Ah!
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, so craziness. Like when people are like, I lost somebody, like, why would you make that up? I'm like, I'm so grateful that like those near misses.
Stealing
have.
valor for
Yeah, that's
losing
so
a
fucked up,
loved
man.
one in 9/11
Steve
is
Ren
like,
is easy.
It's just awful. It's gross. It's just really,
Yeah.
really gross. And so like the trauma of that, like my mom was in Italy at the time. And she
couldn't get back.
called because she saw the newscast live. We have a delay in the US, like a sizable one. She told Chris to go wake me up and put on the television.
That's right.
She had
We were
already
asleep.
seen the planes
Yeah.
hit. And she's like, keep watching. So I was on the phone with her overseas watching the second plane hit.
Seems like a strange thing she'd wait to like not just
But
tell
like
you.
because she was hysterical. Like she couldn't get like if you imagine, like my entire family's in New York. Like everybody is in New York. The phone lines were so jammed up we couldn't reach anyone. And then the plane's going to the Pentagon. So
Yeah,
like
you had people who lived downtown too.
I did. My poor Aunt Stella was in that quarantine circle. She lived not too far from like the South Street Seaport, which is like right up the street from where the World Trade Center was. Like that whole like Water Street financial district is right there. And she lived really close. So she was in that quarantine circle. And I remember her saying like the ashes were falling like snow.
Yeah, and we were living in downtown Baltimore
We
at
were.
the time. So like there after that there's like, guards posted outside the World Trade Tower.
It was insane. And so, like, my mom can't reach my grandmother, any of my other family members, they can't reach each other. So I kind of became the switchboard because I could kind of get through to people and get messages to each other that this person's okay, that person, because we didn't know for days. So imagine not knowing if like members of your family are alive or not, because we knew we had family members that worked in those buildings. We had family all over, the city. I had family in the city really close. We didn't know, was there a biological, like that was the talk, like at the time, like was there like a biological weapon in there, some kind of chemical thing? Like that was the big fear, that it wasn't but like it wasn't only the physical attack of the planes going into the buildings. Was there something else going on too?
Well, Joylene, I got a documentary you should watch. It's called Loose Change. And I don't think jet fuel can melt steel beams, and I think that something about the Bilderbergs or something like that, and other conspiracy theories besides.
And shit.
But
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Versus,
Besides the
super
one
hot
that
fire.
is actually true, where it's just like, yeah, the White House was warned about a week in advance that there was
You
an
mean like
impending
Pearl
attack.
Harbor?
Yeah.
Well, Pearl Harbor, the cables got like disconnected, or they sent a declaration of war to the wrong person. That's allegedly what happened with Japan, where like they did declare war.
Knew.
It wasn't supposed to be. So then they did find out.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh,
Okay.
They do.
Jules, we totally missed Joe Isaacs' his Music Matters his thing tonight.
Yeah,
Did
I
like
think
3
I'm
hours
going to
ago.
sign up for the next one in March, and then immediately go from that to this. Like I will leave that and start this at like 9:30.
Will you sign me up
10 or
too?
whatever.
And I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
March
do
8th.
Yeah, which one?
We missed
March 8th.
we missed Roscoe.
Yeah, but I just saw Roscoe.
Where'd you see Roscoe?
He was on the VOM.
I saw. I was too sick.
It was a good VOM. This
There
past
were a
week.
lot of good
I am
people.
hosting
Well,
the
obviously, I
VOM
wasn't there.
this week or next week. I guess it's this week in 26 minutes.
This next one?
This next one that's coming up.
You're welcome.
250 something.
You're welcome.
220 something. 250 something. Yeah. Anyway, should be fine.
It's going to be you and me
Wonderful.
and like 2 other people.
Steve. I saw Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer showed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, at the show or at last VOM?
He showed up last VOM. He showed up at the Spark, and we played on Rob's songs at the beginning together.
What did he
and
play?
It was
what instrument did he play?
harmonica.
He
And
plays 11 billion.
no, that's true.
instruments.
But usually when he accompanies people, it's on the harp.
How would I know that? God
He's the
damn
Spark.
It, Jules.
He's done it at the
God
Spark.
damn it, Jules.
We're here.
Anyway, he showed up tonight. I thought he was going to throw down. Like I thought he,
But he did not throw
But
down?
he didn't. But like we played the two opening
Is he
songs.
very tall? He looks like he's tall.
No, he's shorter than me. He's like an inch shorter than me. He's not a short guy, but he's like average height. Yeah.
He projects as though he maybe it's because
It's the camera.
So good. Yeah, he's got a tall camera.
It's the camera, and he plays small instruments, so you think his hands are bigger than they are.
But his posture is also very, very.
Yeah, he's got BME, big man energy. He's got bowel movement energy.
He's the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the shit.
We built that together. That's what I really liked about
great.
that.
That's
We just piled it on.
It's good.
He is a talented musician, so you could say he's a shit.
He is the shit. It was a really fun time. We've played together before, but we didn't Rob directed us, and so we would trade off and stuff. But there was no stepping on toes.
And now you go.
It was yeah, and he said it just like that.
And then he rolled his tongue.
He stopped playing
made,
guitar and
Klingon
then
noises.
Yeah, he does speak in Klingon.
Yeah, Benham was there, Dave Benham.
Venom.
Frank,
Caliendo?
who's been no Frank Letkevich, who's
That'd be
been
very weird for it to
showing
show
up
up.
to the VOM. Has
Okay. I think I know who you mean.
you've seen him. He's a okay. Let's see
He's
if
an
this
older
narrows
white
it
guy,
down.
right?
He's an old white guy.
I knew it. Never been in the same room at the same time, by the way. Just to be clear. Although, once again, to be fair, for the VOM, that's a pretty good bet. Like a white
That's
guy.
what I'm
white
saying.
guy?
Yeah.
Well, that for
Yeah.
the folk scene here in general, for the open mic scene, I think across the fucking country, it's usually
That's-
white guys in like more metropolitan areas, like in New York at an open mic. Well, it's like one of the most diverse cities in the fucking world. So yeah, you're gonna see like fewer just like cis het white men with guitars doing fucking Wonderwall or whatever. But like here, even though
No,
it's
it's
pretty
Wagon
diverse
Wheel. Don't
in the
lie.
DC
It's
wagon wheel.
Wagon Wheel. Everybody say like.
Do you
when
know,
we moved to Erie?
I didn't even know that song until we moved here. And Rob's like, fucking wagon
Really?
wheel.
Every
Someone
single
at the open mic I
person.
just hosted on Sunday. There's this duo. They did Dreams, which I guess
Really?
sure I'll play it fine.
You mean
And
the
then
Fleetwood
they
Mac
Fleetwood
song?
Mac
Yeah.
Dreams?
and
That's
then they
better
did
than
Wagon Wheel.
Not Dreams On by Aerosmith?
Dreams on. She's 13. Oh yeah, that's cream. So Rebecca, that's what we were talking about
I've heard
earlier.
before.
Okay,
Gross.
Yeah, that was really gross. Well
You
done.
Yeah.
missed
Feel
it.
completely caught up.
You're
You
caught
missed
up.
you're
so
good.
little.
You
You
got,
Yeah, you missed all of the political talk
All
and
the
the
nothing,
the
yeah.
pedo talk and all of that.
good for
Yeah.
you.
Pedo,
I tuned in
pedo,
for that.
pedo, pedo.
Alright,
Toronto.
Toronto.
yeah. But, no, like every place we went, I think the first 2 years
Hey.
we lived here, we heard Wagon Wheel.
I will say, the VOM stuff, other than like you and Rowan, a lot of the time I tend to be one of the younger people because it's like white
Yeah.
dudes who are like 15, 20 years older than
It's
me.
Patton or Holson or Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Or Frank.
Frank.
The guy
Frank
who
is so
has-
cool, by the way.
He's
Is he
really
really?
nice.
He's the guy who had the like the
Yes,
the card
the
catalog.
Yes, the card
Yeah.
catalog next to him, and
That
he
was
and he
so-
has
I told you
super
about
cool.
that, Joy Lady.
and he has a
had like
fleet
a
Yeah.
fucking.
of
He told me.
PRS.
I'm like, is that real? He's like, oh yeah, and he reached back and touched. I was like, yeah, my wife got me this thing. I'm
Yep.
like,
and he keeps
so-
like cables or
all
like
kinds of
whatever
random
in there.
shit
Yeah,
in
all
it.
kinds of
Yeah.
shit in there.
It's very
That's a
cool.
very neat
Yeah,
thing.
it's great. It's
And
great.
I love old cabinetry and things like that. That's just
That's
cool.
that's what she calls me.
Old cabinetry.
I
Old
love my old
cabinetry.
cabinetry.
That's right. It's a different version of the ball and chain.
That's it.
Hey,
It's
Chris.
just old cabinetry.
Hey,
While I have you over here in this corner down there, and you're like isolated from your wife, I believe you intended to play a song
I was thinking about it because I had stuff for
for your
the,
for the prompt song.
yeah, I did the homework, sir.
Yeah,
I,
but you didn't get to show your mug.
Oh, wow.
I love the mug.
He bit his tongue, guys,
No,
so
actually-
he can't sing.
After look, I have to be careful because my mustache actually goes around my lip at this point. So I'm like, I'm just I'm slowly trying to like hide and be consumed by it. And you're like, what happened to Chris? We don't know. There's just a beard there.
There's just a beard.
Yeah.
It's actually just glasses and hair.
You're more
Your
than
cut-
a beard to me.
You're
It just
you're
comes
aw, Rebecca, that's so nice. Your
It's
your
clean
old
shaven.
cousin it.
I'm it, cousin old. Cousin old.
Cousin old.
Oh.
Hey, before we get to your song, did you see Fantastic Four trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cousin.
The thing looks.
Cousin's in the
fucking
kitchen.
amazing. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
That's
excited
cousin.
for it.
You know that, right?
Cousin.
The Thing is cousin from The Bear.
The bear. Oh right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's cousin, so he's still doing cooking
Cousin
stuff.
thing. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
same. And he's cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed very much that Herbie was in the.
Yeah, of course. They're
Have-
doing
Charlie,
all
have
that
you seen
stuff.
the trailer
They're doing the
yet?
comic stuff.
I think I have. Yep.
It's got Pedro in it.
I know.
Oh my god! And him and
I think
Vanessa
we all
Kirby.
vote for Pedro.
Do you see them like at press events with one another?
No.
And like I saw like the premiere of the trailer where they like have the camera facing the audience and the four of them were up front and they were just all over each other. Like that chemistry is fucking
I
real.
will say he did like a beer commercial or something.
Yeah.
And I had never heard him speak. I never heard his code switching so amazingly. Like he spoke better English than most people I know, and then fell into Spanish. And I was like, oh, like what just happened?
Yeah.
Like it was.
He's
so you haven't seen?
Chilean.
Have you seen? Yeah, I think so. Have you seen? Have you seen? Have you seen Narcos?
I have not.
Man,
You're missing
Am I
out.
missing out?
he is
You are.
he is really good in that.
Well, like
He's
I
really
wasn't
good.
ready. Kind of like I wasn't.
He's
ready
good in everything.
for
He is good in
The
everything.
girl who's in Atlanta and is so good, who was
Zazie
from Deadpool
Beetz.
2, who I didn't know. The reason her German is
She's
so good in
German.
that, she's
She's
fucking
German.
born in Berlin, German.
She's
not like,
German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
How about
born
that
in Berlin.
episode where they go to the town? The episode's called Helen.
Yeah,
That I bet that made y'all uncomfortable. How about when the girl walks up to him
look.
and rubs his face and is like, "Wow, it's so real."
hey, it's a.
I'm so sorry.
I think
Yeah.
we said that no less than like 8 or 9 times. I'm like, and then I went, Jules is going to be really happy to hear about this.
Yeah. Like,
Because
if I could have
because
crawled into my own asshole.
I can't tell you how many times I've quoted some version of your to make y'all uncomfortable. And I'm like, and here's another one, and here's another one, and here's another
Yeah,
one.
as she was walking up to him, like, oh no, oh God,
Just stop.
no, stop. Oh.
So
It
you
was-
guys haven't. You guys aren't in season 3 yet, right?
I don't know.
No.
We're in season 2.
Okay, yeah.
We
Because season
just did
3. Okay, yeah.
the Paperboy gets mugged, and Paperboy
Yeah,
has
the-
all.
Right.
Harvey
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got 2 episodes left.
I think
3,
so.
2 or
Asking a
3.
good question. We'll watch them
We're
tonight.
close.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And it's great
like,
that they're so short.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
So
great.
you can really burn through them.
Yeah.
So the
But it is-
season
ridiculous
3
amount of
is.
commercials is really annoying.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you know what you could do since you
Nope.
have Disney Plus and
No.
Chris refuses, but like you could just pay for Disney Plus and Hulu together for $20
We have it.
We do.
with
we just
with
don't get the
no
commercials.
ads.
They're not together. We should.
That's
do
what
that.
I'm saying.
Okay,
You
they're
could
bad.
just
Fix that.
bundle it, and then there's
How
no
many
ads.
times would I fucking watch Justified if we had access to Hulu with no commercials? I'd never. Well,
Oh my
I was.
goodness.
Do you know I was actually about to say I'd never leave the house, but I.
Mm.
We don't leave the
So
house.
it would be different.
Like today was like the first time in weeks that I've left the house.
I
So
don't-
like, welcome to my world.
I don't.
You know,
I don't wanna.
look, I love playing shows, and I love the gratification of
don't
people
like that.
clapping for a thing that I do,
It's confusing.
even though I have so many notes on how I execute
Here's why
it.
you're wrong to clap.
Right. Like today, you know, I
For
played
example.
I
Like, I
played one of my
appreciate it.
songs, and then I played a couple songs with Illy Amy, and I had notes for me, except for Elephant Joke.
love that you say
I think
Illy
I
Amy.
kind
That
of
was very good.
did. I think I did an okay job with that.
You
but-
were auxiliary Amy.
Auxiliary Amy, excuse me very
Auxiliary.
much. But
Oh, was there any Jimmy Stewart at
no,
Didn't see him.
Bummer? What a
no, there was
That's
Chuck
just-
the Mad Ox, whom I'd never met or seen ever before, and I was impressed.
He is impressive.
It
He
was
must
great.
be-
What
is, he
was-
is he a large fellow?
He is a large fella.
Yeah, I have not met him in person. I've seen him on like live streams and stuff, and he looks imposing.
Yeah, and he's a
does-
sweetheart.
and
Yeah.
his beatboxery is
It's unmatched. Like Rob did a
So good.
beatbox thing before he came up. Like there that one song that they do where Rob
Yeah.
is just beatboxing.
mean Break
And
Up?
then for the next set, they brought Chuck up, and he was on for like half their set. And I mean, he does like these record scratch like sounds and shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That
his
shit is
shit is
so
next
fucking
level.
good.
Yeah.
It's so
Speaking
so
of
good.
which, I haven't gotten to listen to it yet. But Black
Sean's
Thought,
song?
No,
What?
Black Thought did a record with Danger Mouse like 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And I've gotten to listen to it yet, but I'm really looking
Wait, is
forward
this
to it.
new? Is this new?
2023.
Fuck yeah, that's new.
wanna know what
Holy
it's
shit.
called?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Wanna hear it?
Wow. Because like Danger Mouse really elevates everybody's shit.
He really
I don't know
does.
if you ever listened to MF Doom,
I'm not familiar. I
but
totally missed
but
out on
him
it.
and Danger Mouse had a project called Danger Doom, where
Doom?
obviously
remember
Danger
hearing about
Mouse
it.
like did the production, and then MF Doom
Yeah.
wrote nerdy ass fucking raps because that
Love
was
it.
his whole thing. His name is MF Doom, and he wore Dr.
Oh,
Doom mask. So like
and he
that's what we're
shows
doing
up,
here.
by the way. He's featured on a track, and I'm sorry, it's called Cheat Codes. It's from 2022.
Okay.
And he's on a track.
Who, Doom?
Yeah. And Raekwon.
Oh, that was like the year he died.
Yeah, so it must have been, yeah. And some other people I haven't heard of. And there's him. I was not prepared for Black Thought's like freestyle stuff. I just wasn't ready.
He's one of the most dangerous rappers.
He is astounding. Like that
Yeah.
one that I made you watch with Black Thought and Method
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
And like Method Man was good, and then even Method Man's like, when you did that thing, and
Yeah.
then you did this
Just
thing.
back off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's yeah,
he is fluid. I hate
He's
to-
the only person I've
yeah.
ever heard feature on an Eminem song and make Eminem look bad. Not look bad, but just like
Flow wise.
not just hold his own. Like he outperformed him.
Well,
I
it
mean,
is a
like
vibe, it is vibe-based economy.
okay. I mean,
We haven't had
if
a
you say so.
yeah, but vibe-based economy. Yeah, I was not prepared
That was
because I
amazing.
like the Roots just fine, and I had
They're
heard,
fine,
like,
but Black Thought
couple
is
of-
one of the best rappers that's out there
Yeah.
right now,
yeah.
I
and
agree
has
with
like he's one of the best rappers, just period, not just
They
out
had-
there right now. Like,
They had
yeah.
like where they were doing like the celebrity walk or whatever it was, like with the press walk, and a bunch of rappers went by, and different people were saying different things, and Black Thought came up and was like, "Who do you think the best rapper of all time?" And he goes, "Me."
And
And
he's
we're like,
right.
Yeah,
He's right.
fucking yeah.
He has a claim. I mean, like I think there
He's in-
are
yeah, he's
there
gotta
are
be in the
only a
conversation.
handful. He is in rarefied air.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
especially best rapper alive.
Oh,
like,
best rapper alive. I can't think of anybody.
Easily.
better.
I mean, like most
Certainly not
Def.
anybody
Like there are
better.
people that I think. I don't think there are people that are
Good.
better
Really
right
good.
now who have
Yeah.
kept themselves up
Yeah,
That's true.
like that well. But like I think like best rapper to have ever done it that is still alive. He's still in the conversation.
yeah.
Like
I
I
agree
don't
with that.
think I don't think Jay-Z is mentioned in the conversation.
No,
And a
not
lot
even
of people
close. Have you-
would. I don't
You're
think
wrong.
he's good at rapping.
No, he's
No,
never been
not.
good at it.
I don't think he's very good.
God damn it,
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane! Why did you have to give him a break? Isn't he the one who
has
gave him the break?
Really good PR. Like
think so.
his, like,
Well, not anymore.
And then there's the
anymore.
Diddy connection, yeah.
but
so-
that but he was good at
marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Like that's what he was really, really good at.
He's a capitalist. That's what he was good at. He was good
Oh.
at he was
I
good
did
at
not
capitalism.
love
See, I thought you were
what he
going
did.
Tupac next.
Tupac
was-
is up there.
Now the question is, did you ever hear the stuff he did with Digital Underground?
No.
Oh, it's so good. But he was a dancer for them, and I think they found out he rapped too. He was like 19.
Yeah.
But he was
a
Isn't
poet
insane?
though. That's
was
the
so-
thing. And the cerebral
ours, though.
stuff.
Went
So
to the
there
Baltimore,
so I
School for
think
the Arts.
one of the
And Jada Pinkett, right? Didn't she
Mhm,
go
Jada
to school with
Pinkett.
him?
Yeah,
one
they
of
went
the
to school together.
contenders for this
Hi,
crown
Rebecca. Sorry you
is
don't like
a
rappers.
contemporary like guy who is gonna fucking perform at the Super Bowl tomorrow. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
He is
So
fucking
good.
up there.
I'm
And
amazed at him.
and
I just his
your
voice just
son
kinda-
is to blame for me listening to an album that I've
I
had
love
for
it.
4 years.
That's-
I bought
That's
to
every
I bought
time.
to,
To Pimp a
no,
Butterfly, right?
I got to Pimp a Butterfly
fabulous. I gotta tell him.
from like a
He won't
CD like record store that I
record
used
store.
to play shows at and sometimes like well we can't pay you because we own this place so we have to pay the rent and make a living off of it
Where was the music store?
in downtown Silver Spring, like next to the Fillmore. They're still open.
I know that
They
place.
survived COVID. They're
Oh,
still
wow.
there. I just
Good
haven't
on
gone
them.
back and like talked to them, but like we're still cool. Brian and Sheila,
Nice.
what's up,
We know
y'all?
that
At the
place.
Record Exchange.
The record exchange.
Yeah, they have a
We have
stage
seen
in the
that place.
back.
We've been to
It's
that
really
place.
it's
Have
really
we been
cool.
there?
We've been there.
Yeah, it used to be CD Game Exchange, but now it's the Record Exchange.
We have been
Yes,
there.
yes.
That
So
does
like
sound
I
familiar.
bought like I think I bought several seasons of several shows. I think I bought season 3 of Lost there because that was the only one I didn't have yet. Anyway,
I haven't watched that, but
it's
You never
fine.
watched
You know,
Lost?
you're good. Watch Breaking Bad. Watch Breaking Bad.
better.
Again, just like the child is like, you need to watch Breaking Bad, Dad. You need to watch Better Call Saul. You need to watch these shows. You need to watch. He's like, you need
Child.
to watch. What's the Walton Goggins
Fallout.
thing? Yeah, he's like, you
Fallout.
got to finish watching Fallout. I'm like, it's too gross.
It's
like, "No,
really
Dad."
good. It's really good. And like
He's in
the
everything,
He's like,
though.
come on, Dad, you got to
he's
get
so
desensitized.
good.
well,
Like, no.
he's great, and I can't wait to see him in The White Lotus. I don't know if you guys watch that show.
I haven't watched
It's
it.
on
I've
my
heard
list.
great
Like,
things.
there's
It's
too many
very-
things to watch.
it's
I have
fun.
this like to
Too much
watch
shit.
list.
There's two.
The White
like-
Lotus, I'd say should be like up there priority wise.
It's been on my list. Like
Also-
of a
also-
gazillion things.
I know you guys. Do you guys have the Apple TV Plus?
We
no,
used to.
we had it. We go back and forth.
Whenever
We
you
can
get
go for free
whenever
trials.
whenever the free trial comes up, get it back. And you've already obviously seen Schmigadoon, which is
Oh yeah.
And
Love
Chicago.
it.
Do you know they were working on a third
it.
season? He had the thing written, and they're now doing a stage version of Schmigadoon.
I love Schmigadoon.
they wait. I just thought they were ending it after 2. I just thought like he just
I need
He
assumed
to
had
see
they
it
weren't
written.
gonna.
They just
They had
began
it?
here. Yeah, he has it written. And
What is
also,
it? Is it going to be
and
like
where?
90s musicals now?
He said what it was. One of the things was like Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my
It was
god!
they were gonna have an Audrey 2.
I'm sure they're gonna do some Rent shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
and
they were doing
Probably a
that.
Les
And-
Mis.
Don't miss out on the fact that
Miss
they are
Saigon.
doing a staged version of Schmigadoon now.
Yeah, but they're doing the first season probably.
I can't
But
answer that.
I need, can we go get tickets to go see that?
Well, I mean, the first season is a better written like arc, but the music's so
Chicago
great, the
was so
second one-
much fun.
Chicago
so
is
great,
is
but
a
the first
better.
one-
The
I
songs are better,
I
but
loved
but
But the first
but-
one's so good.
The first,
I'm
yes.
Like, bring it.
And all the
Love it.
musicals that they're lampooning, they're the ones I grew up on.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love those. I love those weird. Like they made a musical out of what?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like the Broadway I grew up with, and I love it.
And also the fucking their dialogue under the songs in that first season.
Yeah, but like I think like they compensated for the lack of that, even though there was some of that. But having Titus Burgess be the narrator,
That was pretty
Yeah.
great. That was pretty
fucking
great.
gold, dude,
was
and how he was
awesome.
like antagonizing them the whole
It's
Rebecca,
time.
have you
vivid.
watched
It was
those?
glorious.
I have, yes.
Now, were you a
Ah.
musical person at some point?
Um, no. Well, I mean, I've always enjoyed listening to musicals, and I've watched some. I was in exactly one musical. I was Daisy May in Little Abner when I was in high
Nice.
school. That was my starring role. But I didn't do any other musicals.
I was the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors, and
Fucking lucky.
that's where
That's awesome.
girls noticed me for the first time. So I always have a very
Danger.
special, warm place in my heart.
Nice.
It was
Love musicals.
actually that was all kinds of weird. I've never told you this, Joylene, but there's a moment in that after I die where I have like my fucked up dentist shirt off, and I have to rip it off to put like into a trash can so it could be like they're putting my body in there. But I was 17 and in a shape I'll never be in again. So I just like ripped my shirt off and I was like shirtless walking through the backstage, and I heard good things later. I was like, yeah, thank you, Little Shop of Horrors.
Love it.
Thank you for everything.
Love it.
Yeah, it was one moment in time. Yeah, call a cop.
That's
No,
a great
no,
show.
no.
Oh
I
my
did
goodness.
end up playing in the pit for it at a high school a few years later, and that was an insane amount of fun. Like there are songs, there are shows. Does it have to be human? There are shows that you really need to know how to.
Feed me all night long.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's just
The
glorious.
Play is better than the movie because everybody
Yeah.
dies at the
Yeah,
end.
but if you watch
But-
the Blu-ray of it, they shot the ending. Like the
Fucking
dancing
what?
ending.
Rick Moranis
Yeah.
gets eat.
Yeah,
Gets
yeah. And
They
the
have
play,
it.
the play, yeah,
did.
you're right. At the end, it's like Eddie A. Cleveland and all that shit.
Yeah,
at the
like
end,
they actually shot it and then they went, it's not gonna sell. They changed
yeah,
it.
yeah. I think it
But they
was
shot
like
the real one.
screening. But yeah,
Yep.
if you get the Blu-ray, it's got it on there.
It's worth it.
Oh, that's all I have to do? I'll
That's all
go
you have
down
to
to
do.
the record exchange.
Go down to the record exchange, get your physical media, but you don't need that because everything will be available on
Disnamazapple
Whatever it is.
math.
Thank you,
Whatever it is.
corporations.
Yeah, they're looking out for you. In case you didn't know,
Carl's
like they're
Jr.
really looking out for
All
you.
commercials now are
Junior.
two things. It's either thank you, corporations, or can you believe corporations? That's
Those
it.
stamps.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of takes like the edge off of a show like The Boys, where they're just like, corporations bad. Can you believe how bad corporations are? Brought to you by Amazon.
Yeah, they may as
I
well.
freaking love the boys. And,
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
And I've
like,
seen
Carl
all of
Urban
these
is amazing.
like these weird takes pop up over the last year because everybody kind of just wants to have something to complain about. It seems like
No, that doesn't.
like
sound
they
right.
complained about the last season of The Boys. They complained about the last season of The Bear. They complained about the last season
People
of Invincible.
complaining about the last season of The Bear. It's
Don't
like
know what
assholes.
they're talking about.
It's nuts.
Like,
It's
that
nuts.
is-
It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's
some
oh,
of the best
amazing.
television
it
I've
wasn't
ever seen.
linear enough. It didn't answer the questions
No,
I
they're not
wanted
holding your
answered, and
hand.
they're never going to get another season again, so they're never going to answer these
Mm.
questions.
Rebecca, did you watch The Bear?
Watched
Bear.
a few episodes. Maybe like 3.
You need to watch it.
Person who
Yeah,
leaves the
I
house.
enjoyed what I saw so
You
far. I
need
just
to
keep
watch
forgetting
it.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
and you know,
super
just
bingeable. It's
if you
fantastic.
and
Did you
if
ever work
that-
in a restaurant?
if that isn't
did.
anxiety inducing
Yeah, it's-
enough, then just watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I'm working my way through Breaking Bad as well.
I can't.
It'll
I
just
I
take
can't
me
with
about
Breaking
like
Bad.
10 years to
Yeah, I can't
get
with
through all
Breaking
these
Bad.
shows.
I made
Breaking-
it about halfway through the first season a few years ago, and now I'm like, no.
Some
I
things
liked
are
Breaking
so
Bad. It was
bleak.
cool.
Some things are so bleak. Like Breaking Bad is the one that broke me. Handmaid's Tale is the one that broke me.
Handmaid's Tale,
and I
yeah,
can't.
Handmaid's Tale is one and Euphoria is one I will never go near, but
either,
mainly
but, like-
because of just it seems kind of skeevy that this like 40-year-old
Yeah.
guy is like, hey, let's make sure we shoot these teenage girls in the right
Yeah,
light.
And I happened
I
to
haven't
like
touched
look
it.
at something about that show, and there was like a weird thing of like Sydney Sweeney topless and crying. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
it's
go
like
near it.
I'm good. I'll watch
Like
her in a
you.
rom-com with
Yeah, like-
with as Rowan described, Giga Chad, Glenn Powell.
Giga Chad?
He is
Yeah.
Giga Chad.
I don't
That's
think
perfect.
I don't think he's a Giga Chad. I think he's totally Chad. He's super Chad. He's super Chad.
Super Chad.
Yeah, I don't think he's Giga Chad.
He seems
Because he's
affable.
too affable. Exactly.
affable.
He's
That's right.
too much of like a likable person. Like John Hamm. John Hamm is
Yeah.
chaddish, but
Yeah, but
he's just
everybody
like
But
loves
he's
John
John
Hamm.
Hamm.
But it's John Hamm.
He's
Right,
like
exactly.
But he's
liquid
also he's a
charisma.
St.
it's
Louis boy.
like Pedro fucking Pascal.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
like,
he's a
you
Chad.
can't hate.
No,
You
no.
can't hate.
But John Hamm
Yeah.
has a thing of there. It's basically I was a waiter for a lot longer than I was a successful actor.
Until he was like
Yeah.
in his late
Yeah.
20s or 30s.
No,
later.
Early 30s.
They're into his 30s
40s.
because
Right.
he was
30s
not a
and
young
40s.
man when he played Draper.
Don Draper, he was like late 30s when he started playing Don Draper.
Yeah, so like,
And
he
that
had a
was his
long
first, like,
time of
big
not being
role.
That was his
successful.
first actual like he was
Yeah.
kind of unknown.
Yeah.
So like he.
You ever see
he's
pictures of
humble.
floppy-haired 20s-ish John Hamm?
He looks weird.
No.
Yeah.
He's not
Everybody
hot.
looks weird in their 20s.
He hadn't made it there. No,
No,
I looked
like, some
great.
people-
That's the problem. Some of
Oh,
us looked
there it
terrible.
is.
I looked fucking fantastic, and then all went to hell.
Some people look fantastic in their 20s. Like he grew into his looks. Like
Yeah.
Ham like became infinitely hotter in his 40s.
Yeah.
Just it's a weird like some people it's like I'm so glad aging happens. You go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Th-
I'm
this is
I'm
awesome.
also glad that I'm glad there's a progression. Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
the weird like perpetual like 20-year-old thing, like this is what beauty and handsome is. I'm like,
Forever 21.
gross. And like but like when we get to like super hot adults, I'm like, and I'm here for it. Like
Right.
show me the super hot actual adults. I'm like, yes, please. Like
Yeah.
what's her name? Indira Varma. I think that
Oh my god.
she's
Who are we talking
She
about?
is the bride
glorious.
from Creature Commandos.
She
She's
is.
also the wife in
gorgeous.
the
She
first
dies in
season of
everything. She
Yes.
dies,
She dies in Luther.
Rome.
She dies in Luther, she dies in Rome. Yep, exactly.
She dies.
Yep.
Spoilers. She dies in Torchwood.
Yeah, I've seen all of
And my
Torchwood.
First
earbuds
episode,
just
yeah.
died. Can I come over to you?
What? What was the question?
She's gonna come over to you now.
Oh, she's coming over here. Okay.
Yeah.
The only problem is I don't have headphones that'll work for you.
Can we go back to normal?
What?
Can we go back to our normal thing?
Yeah, with like the speaker thing, so y'all
So
just
disappointing.
disappointed.
Did you just Kevin Kline?
No, Kevin Sorbo.
Oh no, that was Kevin Kline. I thought it was
No,
Kevin.
Kevin Sorbo in an episode of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys
Hercules.
read his stage direction, which was in all caps, as a line. So it was supposed to say disappointed, and then he reads his line like something that he says to Aeolus or whatever. But instead he says disappointed, and then he says his line.
Because there's a
And they
bit
leave it
like
in
that
because they didn't
from-
have a lot of time.
Did you didn't log out? You didn't log out?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you're still there.
Well, how about this? I just removed her from the screen.
You've
It's
been
fine.
dropped.
It doesn't matter.
Good. I like your noises.
Thank you.
Can you get around this without dying?
So you're not going to play your song?
Well, she's coming over here, so apparently not.
Okay.
My
You believe it?
Yes.
Guys, I think I'm gonna sign off. I've got to work at 6 a.m.
Oh,
I'm
gross.
tired.
Time
Yeah,
to
it's,
just
it's
write.
totally gross.
I mean,
swing mic this way.
no, Mike is not in play.
Oh, we're here. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hi.
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 She's gonna yell in my ear now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
just
I'm glad you're
get
okay
as
with it.
close to his ear as you can, since I can't be
That's
there
what
to
I
do that for you.
mostly. I just go blah, blah, blah.
Ew.
Aw, gross.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
except like the chair wanted to really like tip over. I'm like,
It
never
really
mind.
did.
We're too far away for me to do that.
Okay, Rebecca. Well, sorry we tuckered you out.
That's okay. This is fun as
That's to be
always.
expected. Great seeing you.
I'll be back.
Are you there on Monday?
Yeah. Yes, I'll be there.
I have been told that it would be slightly less irritating than usual for me to be there by Jules.
Yeah.
Because
Please
he's
come.
hosting.
Those I think were my exact words.
Yeah.
Slightly less
Cool.
irritating.
Slightly less irritating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there for like
You
at
might
like
be
7:45
more
or something.
welcome in
Okay.
some ways.
Um,
Unless I have yet another backslide in this fucking flu fuck.
Well, just don't go
I hope
outside.
you
Should
don't.
be there.
That's the worst.
Yeah, just
Sorry you've had such a
don't
rough
leave the
time.
house.
It's not the best. Yeah, I don't like it. I didn't like leaving the house anyway. So.
Right.
Although I will leave the house tomorrow to get food because I don't trust the people who drive for Sheets because they are
It's
weird.
weird. Like, did he tell you the Sheets story?
It was a
Like,
bad story.
It is the
But
sketchiest
Rebecca
thing, but
needs to
Rebecca
go.
needs to go.
Okay,
Bye,
but
Rebecca.
I'll hear it
Bye,
another time, I'm
Rebecca.
sure. Or
Thanks
I'll
for
just,
coming.
because I listen to these right afterwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just
Yeah, for
to recap.
posterity, right? To recap and to make sure you don't forget any
I'm
of the
sure I'll
canon.
hear it later.
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
just so I
sure
can
you
study
totally
up
will.
on
Right.
all the things.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah, it's
almost
really
listened
important.
to the rest of the one after I left when it was him and her and Rowan, and I'm like, maybe they don't need me to hear that, so I didn't listen.
It was a
to
really good conversation.
I'm
You
sure.
missed
No,
it.
it's good. I mean, you wouldn't
listen
have
to it.
you probably wouldn't have wanted to participate in it, but you may have been interested in hearing
That's
it.
what we had to say.
Wait,
Yeah.
this
I mean,
sounds-
personally, I
Wait,
listened
am
to
I gonna
every
get my
word and I
feelings hurt?
transcribed it, so I'll send you the transcript
Okay, yeah,
that I
just
made.
just send Chris. Yeah.
I'll get right on that.
Any talking
Right,
points?
good.
You know.
I
Okay,
need
good night,
my
Rebecca.
talking points.
Bye.
Night, Rebecca.
Bye.
Like,
That's about now.
hello.
Finally,
And back to Indira Vanra. Gorgeous. Dies in everything. She's like Sean Bean.
she's the Sean Bean of dying and but being
but
a
she's
woman.
much prettier. Like she's
She is much prettier
stunning.
than Sean
And so
Bean.
like we're talking about like hot adults. Like I think she kind of fits the bill. You know.
Yeah.
Selma Hayek also hot.
Yeah.
adults.
I mean, if we're going Mad Men, Christina Hendricks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
January Jones. I mean, like, the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I prefer like the oh, that's a really attractive grown up. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, grown-ass people.
It's nice seeing an attractive grown up versus
Haley Atwell.
oh fuck yeah, she's stunning.
My
She's not that
God.
old, though. She's only like 40. Oh wait, no, she's a grown
No,
person now.
she's
Yeah.
she's older.
She's
than
like
that.
mid
she's-
40s.
She is, and she's
Yeah.
Right,
absolutely
because she
stunning.
was almost age appropriate for Tom Cruise in that last.
Nah, he. I
No
mean,
one's- isn't he like 60 something years old?
Rebecca
Like,
Ferguson, I think, is the closest we've gotten to age appropriate,
I think you're right.
and they killed her off.
That was like in the James Bond movie where they had a Bond girl who was a Bond woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, in Spectre, the worst one.
Yeah.
Not the worst James Bond movie, but the worst Daniel Craig James Bond movie.
Who,
But yeah, Monica
who
Bellucci,
was-
who was like 50.
Oh.
I think she was older than Daniel Craig.
She was.
Yeah, they made a
Yeah.
big deal out of that.
Yeah.
But again,
Um,
stunning.
And also the
Yeah,
crazy
and
French
gorgeous.
woman
Yeah,
who was in the first one and then died.
Eva Green.
Yes,
Yeah, good stuff.
She's does all kinds of crazy
she has
shit.
crazy eyes. She's great.
Like I'm
Penny
obsessed with
Dreadful,
her.
man. That's my
Yeah,
favorite thing she's done.
I love Penny Dreadful.
Yeah,
I'm
Heather Lloyd was just talking about that
I'm
on
it's
ever
good
her
so
shit.
live stream.
slightly
I just saw
obsessed
her.
or fascinated by
I know.
Ava Green though. Like she's a weird one. Like, 'cause she loves getting naked and stuff.
She's
Yeah,
French. She's like, I don't know what the big deal is.
yeah,
But she's like very private. Like her private life, she's really quiet. Like you never see stuff of her like anywhere. Like she doesn't really do anything, go anywhere. She doesn't like to be seen unless she's like in a project, and then she's
right.
like all in. Like so I find her kind of fascinating. Yes.
The child's blood
His blood
sugar
sugar's
is
down.
down.
And
Great.
people kept talking about her like being involved with Tim Burton, which is a huge mistake. Just ask Helen Bonham Carter.
Everyone.
Wait, they dated
No, she
or
was never. That was
whatever.
Turn that off for me.
I think that was like people. I think were imagining it because they were talking about her being in something, and so they were seen together, but really it was because like they were in talks to do
I
something.
see. Okay,
No, she has way better taste, I think.
good.
She's a weirdo.
I think I'm gonna tap out. Are you guys gonna hang out a little longer?
Yeah, I know.
I'm probably gonna call it too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
running
you've had a
down.
long day.
I'm
It was a
running
long
down,
day.
and
Yeah,
my
I
nap
haven't.
was unsuccessful. You know, I was
I
looking
didn't
at
have
this.
my nap. I woke up and I
You're doing
started
really well.
doing
You didn't get your nap?
chorin, and then I just went to go. Yeah, chorin, and then I went to go do a Rob show, and then I came back and I ate some food
Did
for
you
the
play a
first time all
set?
day,
And then
and then we did this, and I've been here for
at,
4 hours.
at the Rob show, did you play your own songs and then
I played one song. I played the Bond song. Yeah.
Okay, just the
And
Bond.
then I played I played on two of theirs. I played on the Dune song, and
Which one? You're gonna have to be more specific.
Rob's
What one
Dune
did you do?
song.
Okay,
Yeah,
Balisette. I know
yeah.
what that means now because I read the first 150 pages of the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They do talk about it in the first 100 pages.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get you there at some point.
No.
And then yeah, and he didn't have his Chris knife on stage, and I was like, "Where's your knife?"
Bummer.
I know.
So what word?
Chris knife.
Chris. Yeah, it's your knife.
Me knife. I don't like knives.
But not spelled like that.
You're shouting in my ear.
Yeah, it's spelled CHRISS knife.
So Chris's knife.
No apostrophe.
Chris's knife.
Chris knife.
Chris.
I'm
Has I don't know. Like, what's this knife? Is this knife? Is this knife? This knife's Chris knife.
Yeah. I'm very bummed he did not bring it on stage. I need
Yeah, it really is very pretty. I would be shocked if he doesn't like post in some sort of Insta, Facebook, blog post
not.
thing about it.
Okay. Well,
Sometime this week.
I am going to take off. So if
Yeah, I am
Sure.
tired and